Any more time to get donations in. Are you all ready for our grand finale, Super Mario Odyssey with Ganon? Take it away, Ganon. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Ganon. I'm going to be running Darker Side for you guys today. This is a category in which I'm going to be getting 500 moons to unlock the final kingdom in this game. It's a bonus kingdom, the last of 3 that you can unlock. And yeah, I'm ready to go when you guys are. Okay. 3.
Yeah, we should be good. Stream can hear it fine. Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. 3,
2, 1, go.
All right. Gonna be starting out here in the Cap Kingdom. Skipping a cutscene real quick, not letting Bowser punch us.
You'll notice throughout the first kingdom, which is Cap Kingdom, that there won't be any moons to collect right away. Instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going straight directly to the Cap Tower for a boss fight to inevitably go to the next kingdom to start collecting moons.
That's right. So yeah, on your first visit in Cap Kingdom, there's going to be no moons that are collectible. We are going to revisit the kingdom later to collect moons, but as of now, there's none to get here. So that's a nice way to start. That's fine. That's fine. Get it out now.
Currently, since we don't have Cappy in this first beginning sequence, you can't exactly save that. It's just you dive and you're out.
Yeah, you just kind of died. Got it second try, though, so we're good. Getting in there. That definitely took a lot of the stress off, I can't lie. Coming into the Top Hat Tower now, gonna be grabbing our first capture, the frog. You're gonna see me using a tactic here called vectoring, where I'm moving diagonally in the air. And it's actually faster to move diagonally in there because Mario not only travels faster, but he also goes farther. So it's going to be very useful when I'm in the air. Going to be grabbing this checkpoint. Not going to be using it at the moment, but we will be revisiting Cap, like I said. So we are going to use that when I come back here to grab some extra moons. And now we have our first boss fight, which is Topper. Pretty simple. And that's Cap Kingdom. Alright, so yeah, coming up on Cascade Kingdom next, there is going to be a trick here that I'm going to go for the marathon that saves about 10 seconds. It breaks even if I get it second try, but it is really difficult. It's called Dino Skip Skip, or DSS for short, and fun fact, Dino Skip didn't skip the dino, but Dino Skip Skip does skip the dino, so some really good naming schemes there. Before we can get to that, though, I gotta come over here, capture this chain shop, and then we're gonna be getting our first moon of the run. First of many. Gonna be 503 total. Alright.
This moon has such a brilliant name called Our First Power Moon.
It is called Our First Power Moon, although the game is in Chinese right now, so probably says something similar to that.
So the reason that we're running the game in simplified Chinese is because the text is actually less and we can mash through it faster rather than English. This wasn't actually known until semi-recently, where we used to run the game in Japanese instead, but we found out that simplified Chinese actually saves more time.
This is correct. I just missed DSS once there. Hopefully I can get it this time. Nice. All right. So that skips a really major long section. It skips a lot of cutscenes. Skips having to go through an entire 2D area to get up here. It's a really cool trick. It was found a little under 2 years ago now. It's crazy that it's been that long. Because I remember the night that trick was found, so many people were in a voice call, like freaking out about it, about how it could save time in so many categories. And after Madame Brood, I'm going to be getting one more moon so that we can leave Cascade Kingdom. You do need 5 moons to leave Cascade. So I'm just going to be getting one more, and I am going to be trying another trick here. So the beginning of this category is absolutely loaded with tricks and clips. I'm going to be trying to grab a moon in a specific way so that I clip through the ceiling when I grab it. So hopefully I can get that. If not, that's fine. It barely loses time to miss it. It's like 2 or 3 seconds. Bit more text mashing to do before we get there.
These donations are starting to roll in. I have 2. Do you mind if I fire away?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the first one is $10 from Dragons. Well, it was fun to see my Wii Fit yoga partner Gooby kill it with some Ring Fit Adventure. I'm super stoked to see one of my best friends destroy my favorite game of all time. Good luck, Ganon. Good luck with WSM. Love you, bro. 727. Smiley face.
He hit me with the 727 in a marathon. Oh, man. You can read another one if you want to.
Cool, cool. Moonblades Wolf just donated $66.
Whoa.
Thank you again, Midwest Speedfest, for everything. 16 for Ring Fit and 50 for Hades. See you again soon. Good luck, Ganon. Let's get that 10K.
Woo!
So what that moon or what that clip was is actually called a moon clip. Basically, what happens was that the moon isn't completely collectible right when it spawns. So Ganon did a backflip and cap through right at the exact time when it was collectible, and that upwarps Mario a little bit to be able to clip through the ceiling and go through the area that's with that water that they fell into.
Yeah, and the reason that that happens is because the game mostly checks for Mario's feet position when you grab a moon, and by doing the backflip and cap throw, I tilted Mario to the side so that his feet were high up, and then when the game readjusted him and put him standing straight up, put the majority of his body through the ceiling, so I was just able to cap through back and get through there.
You'll see as well at the beginning of a lot of these sections and spawns that you could see Ganon doing a little bit of a spin before like a ground pout type of motion. This is actually called a spin pound, and the fastest way to get around is doing a spin pound and then into a roll, and this initiates a faster roll than just typically rolling, unless it's like down a hill or something of the sorts where it can typically go like even with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Spin pound rolling is the fastest form of movement that's available everywhere, pretty much. Here we're coming up on Dremstrat. I'm going to leave my hat over by this bullet bill, go collect a moon, and hopefully I warp up to it now. I think that worked. It looked good. Yup. And then that is coupled by the most infamous trick in this run, known as inverted pyramid skip. This trick saves about 40 seconds over inverted pyramid clip, and it is extremely difficult, so I'm just hoping I can get it within a couple tries here. Oh.
First try, actually.
What? In what world? In what world does that happen? Okay, that's awesome. I was really not expecting that. That caught me off guard. I don't even know what to say.
And then here we're coming up for the second boss fight of the route.
Third. Topper.
Third.
Madame Brood, Harriet, yup. But yeah.
This is a pretty simple boss fight. Basically, Harriet just kind of throws the bomb straight forward and you hit it back with the cap.
Yup.
And then you hit the bombs that Harriet drops to hit back up to her.
Yeah, and I am going to be standing in specific spots here just to make her take the least amount of steps as humanly possible. So by standing right behind her here and then going to first person and out, she will just turn around and throw the bomb instantly. There's 2 spots you can do that in. That's just the one I'm most comfortable with because it has a really easy cue of being right behind her. But yeah, that's Day Sand, going into Night Sand next. And yeah, I'm just glad that IP skip wasn't a complete disaster.
And you may have noticed as well that throughout the Sand Kingdom that's hot, there's a bunch of icicles for some reason. You'll see why in a second.
Yeah. It's part of the whole story of the kingdom is that it got cold and we need to fix it and make it not cold as a desert should be.
Can I toss in another donation?
Go ahead, yeah.
I'm seeing $5 from Missed Op. Stoked to see you kill it, Ganon. Super happy I got to know you more during these last few months. You're an amazing runner and an even better person. Cheering from Canada.
Thank you, Odd. Alright, so here I'm going to buy Jaxie, but not get on him just yet. Just prepping him there. By buying Jaxie there, he becomes available at every post in the Sand Kingdom. And that will be useful later on since Jaxie offers faster movement than rolling.
Instead, right here, we're going to do a little bit of gambling.
Do a little gambling. Probably the fastest gambling you've ever seen. And here we are going to be collecting the Story Moon in the Sand Kingdom completely out of order. That clip I did kind of messed up the entire story of this kingdom. This is the first moon you're supposed to get. The other one that I got earlier, the multi-moon on top of the pyramid, is supposed to be the third in the story sequence. So we're actually going to be going third, then first, then fourth, and just never getting the second one. So it's pretty awesome.
You'll see as well that throughout this run that Ganon is using a lot of like motion controls. That's a huge part of this run. Shaking the controller can make Mario roll faster, and of course spinning the controller or moving the controller in certain ways does things like a spin throw or an up throw to where you can send Cappy in a certain direction.
Yup. By doing a spin throw, Cappy extends farther faster. So I will be using spin throws whenever I'm trying to capture something that's directly in front of me. For the most part, that's kind of the general gist of it. If I'm trying to capture something that's right in front of me and it's a little farther away, then doing a spin throw is the most optimal way to grab it. Okay, that was not what I wanted, but we're good. Usually here you're supposed to grab a lot of Goombas and stack them up to get this moon, but you can kind of just do that with the normal stack, so. If you had to get other Goombas, I doubt that moon would even be that fast for Darker. Because I guess I'll use this opportunity where I'm just flying around and not really doing anything of note to say that Darker is becoming a stupidly optimized category. For a new moon to be routed in, it needs to be about 18 to 19 seconds long total. That's how optimal the route is getting, and it's kind of crazy. But also super cool that the category is being pushed down by a ton of people.
And here you'll end up seeing the cause of the mess of all the icicles right here.
Yup. Hi, Knuckle Attack. What's up, buddy?
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Wow. So rude. And the movement I'm doing here is just manipulating him to get into the next phase as soon as possible. Fun fact, his thumbs do not have a hitbox. You can just kind of stand in them. Then yes, third phase is basically the same as the second phase in terms of setup. I'm just going to be going back here, long jumping to the right, coming around. Then I'll have a little phase where he tries to clap me, but that is fine. And yeah. These are gonna be the last moons we're collecting in Sand 1. However, I am going to talk to a tourist before I leave here, because the tourist makes many moons in later kingdoms available. It's kind of a guy with a taxi driver just traveling around all the kingdoms. And it's a really quick moon, as you can imagine, to just go up to him, talk to him, get a moon. Then he goes to the next kingdom. And then when you end up visiting that kingdom in the route, you can just collect another quick moon from him. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing right here before I leave. Hey, what's up? Bye. Yeah, and you might have noticed me going to first person right before I talked to him too. That's another thing that I should explain. Basically, if you go into first person with the camera pointed towards an NPC and then talk to them, it makes the camera pan faster. So it makes the actual text start earlier than it would normally. And that actually saves multiple seconds over the course of the run. It adds up pretty quickly. Saves about, like, I'd say maybe half a second every time. Probably less, but since you do it so much, it adds up pretty quickly.
And here we're coming up on Wooded Kingdom, which arguably has the best music in the game.
True. Also, you might have noticed that on that menu, I actually selected Wooded first instead of Lake. This is because the two options the game gives you, where you can go to Lake and Wooded first, or Snow and Seaside first, they actually affect the order in which paintings appear later in the run, and paintings let you travel between kingdoms. So I am picking the correct options that would make the run the fastest, basically. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's the gist. I'm just picking the correct kingdom so the paintings will be in the right order for the fastest possible route here.
Also, you may have noticed that Ganon just kind of hopped off the ledge there and didn't really mention anything. There's a large portion of Wooded Kingdom that you can just kind of jump off the edge, and instead of dying, you fall down into deep woods. This has plenty of quick moons and such that we can get for this run.
Yep.
And basically, if you were to just do this in like a playthrough, the way that you would get back is by putting a nut in one of the little planter things, and it'll grow back up to where you can climb back up.
Yep. And also, you can knock out the dinosaur with those nuts. Didn't want to gloss over that, because I just did that too. Just kind of grab one of those nuts, hit the dinosaur in the face, and then capture him.
It's okay, we're just putting him to sleep for a slight second so we can capture him.
Yep. And then use him. Okay. And yeah, there are 9 moons total in the Deep Woods. Only 5 of them are fast enough for Darker. So I'm just grabbing these 5 moons and then getting out of here. Climbing the beanstalk out. And I actually planned it in a specific beanstalk so that it takes me out right here. And this is an area that you would normally go to in any percent, so there's a lot of quick moons around here, including this one on top of the tree.
And coming up next here, we actually have the second moon clip of the run.
Yep.
This is called Nut Clip. It basically skips it to where you don't have to pull a lever and go through another cutscene and such. You can just go next to the next moon right away.
Nice. Good gate skip. That feels good to hit too. It's another one of the tricks I was more worried about. Killing that piranha, spawning the moon. Not getting it right now though. Got a detour over here to grab this quick moon as well, and then we're going to be coming back and grabbing that piranha plant moon. Cool. And after this, we're going to have another trick. This one only saves about 2 seconds. It's not really worth it, but I'm going to be going for it because why not? Called Flower Road Skip. Nice. Cool. That trick is a lot harder than it looks. Landing on that tiny rail can be really finicky sometimes. Especially with the amount of speed you carry from that spin pound. grabbing a couple quick moons in the tower, and then I'm going to be heading up to another boss fight. Another thing I should mention is that I am going to be completing the main story in most of the kingdoms on my first visit through, just so that when I get there in post-game, it's really easy to just go through and collect a ton of moons. Like, you're just kind of preparing it for when you revisit. The one exception to this is Wooded, actually. Because when you come into Wooded, you actually end up really close to the last 2 story progression points. And it's faster to just get them when you revisit. So after I kill Spirit here, who's the second story moon in Wooded, I'm going to be leaving the last 2 for when I revisit Wooded later.
We're just going to be going through a couple cutscenes, so if you have any like donations or announcements, now would be the time.
Yep.
Well, I would like to plug our final incentive for an all Death Animations bonus run, currently at $76 out of $750. You have the rest of this run to get your donations in for that. It'll be, I mean, even more entertainment. You want to extend this marathon even more? Like, I know you do. Get those donations in. Let's push us to 8K and even further.
All Death Animations is such a funny run. It's killing Mario in 10 different ways as fast as possible. It's pretty awesome.
It's a neat run, and like I said, who wouldn't want to extend this marathon even further? I mean,
Very true.
it's been a great experience being back in person for the first time in a while, so.
It's been so fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure everyone else here would agree, right?
So typically at the start of Lake, in a normal playthrough, you wouldn't be doing that crazy jump there. Instead, you'd be going through a totally different route. However, we know that the devs knew that this was possible, or that jump was possible in general, because when you do that jump, on the English version, Cappy says, like, nice jump or cool jump,
Yep.
or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's what that text was that I got there. It was in Chinese, so you couldn't exactly read it, but... pretty cool touch. And yeah, also, you might have noticed there, I just spun with the fish and got this moon. That's because using motion controls with the fish does a spin attack, and it actually has the same properties as a ground pound. So you can get underwater ground pound moons with the fish instead.
Normally for this boss fight, you'd jump on the hat to hit Spirit, or to hit the bunny. But you can, as you can see, we kind of don't really do that. We just kind of ground pound right through him.
Yeah, he doesn't have collision when he's in his when he's in between phases, so you can kind of just set it up to combo him straight to death. Rip Rengo. And yeah, Lake Kingdom being a relatively smaller kingdom, it does only have one story moon, so this is all we need to complete the Lake story. I still need one more moon before I leave, but I am going to be checking a hint art before I leave as well, if you want to explain a bit about hint arts.
Yeah, so basically what hint arts are, there's a bunch of different pictures and such in kingdoms. If you look at the picture, then that moon will become collectible. If you don't look at the picture beforehand, then the picture, or the moon that's in the picture, won't be collectible at all.
Correct. And the one that I just got there was like a spot the difference type thing, and you go and ground pound where the difference was.
There's a bunch of like cool puzzles with that type of thing as well. However, we don't really have time to look at the puzzles, so we just kind of do a quick look and then we get out of there.
Yeah, because those moons are not collectible unless you look at the hint art. I guess they didn't want casuals just accidentally ground pounding in a random spot and getting a moon. Which is fair. I can see that for sure.
And next up is going to be Metro Kingdom.
Yep. That's what the game said.
Yeah, and I believe the game personally. I think we're going to go to Metro Kingdom here.
Yeah, I think we're going to Metro Kingdom.
Wait.
What is this? I've never been here before. Heard someone in the audience say Cloud Kingdom. Thank you for telling me what this is.
Wait, Bowser? What?
Yeah, what? I thought we were only halfway through the game. This makes no sense. Why is he here?
Is this the final fight?
Probably. And yeah, I'm doing some specific movement here to get the hats as fast as possible. I'm also hitting Bowser in specific spots that jumps the least amount of space as possible. Like here, he will only jump one space over like that, whereas normally he would jump across the entire arena if you don't do the setups.
And it seems kind of ridiculous, but that kind of thing, for each spot, it saves about 0.5 seconds, and that type of thing can add up very quickly, and it's such a small change to do as well.
Yeah. Learning those two things, the Bowser manips and the fast hats, can save you about 10 seconds total, if you know how to do all of them. It's kind of crazy. And now we're going to Metro Kingdom.
Right?
Still no? Oh, you're right. I forgot.
Basically what we didn't see in those cutscenes was Bowser running into Mario's Odyssey, and as you can see, it's a little bit destroyed after the battle.
It's a little scuffed up. Nothing a couple power moons can't fix though.
Exactly. So that's exactly what we're gonna be doing here in Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, and I also don't want to skip over that jump. That skips a major story element in this kingdom where normally if you just go towards where the game wants you to go, Klepto is gonna steal your hat. But they didn't put a trigger up on the higher parts for Klepto, so you can, nice bonk, so you can actually just jump straight across up here and avoid the Klepto trigger entirely. It's pretty cool.
And because Lost is such like a small kingdom in general, a lot of these moons are just super quick to get. It'll be like back to back to back to back to back.
Yep. Lost 1 actually has 2 death warps to the same checkpoint. So first one's right here, intentional death. Gonna spawn back up at the top, grab a quick move here.
That in general saves time over just normal warping, just because it's quicker. You just jump right there. It matches with Cycle better as well, so you don't have to try and reach the platform and such. You just drop into the lava and then, or sorry, the poison, and then you pop right back up.
Yep. Don't have to worry about the map or anything. And here, because the Klepto trigger does still exist, we are gonna have to activate him, which you can do just by walking up to him like that. And now we can walk everywhere in Lost Kingdom without having to worry about Klepto stealing Cappy. And here's the second death warp, back up to the same checkpoint. Just gonna be dying under this bridge here. We're gonna collect 2 more quick moons, one of which has a trick that saves about 2 seconds over any backups, which is a really hard trick for the 2 seconds, but I mean, it's a marathon. Might as well go for it. It's called TNT after the moon name Twist and Turn Up Treasure. Going to be taking Glydon over here. Going to be setting up a strat similar to Sandram. And I got it. Where you get the key there and warp back to Glydon so that you do not die. Normally to get that moon, you have to bring a Wiggler all the way down here and then stretch it out underneath that alcove. But you can just do that instead. And with that, the Odyssey is repaired. And we are actually going to Metro Kingdom this time. No joke, not clickbait.
I'm sure you saw as well when Ganon got that like second to last moon, moving up to the TNT moon. They were shaking the controller because there's actually some motion controls for Glydon to make sure that Glydon keeps more height and such, and that's how Ganon was able to make it all the way to that area over there. That's going to be used later part in the run. That saves a lot of time.
Yep. The next time you'll see me using Glide-On like that is actually near the very end of the run, and it saves multiple minutes there. But more on that when we actually get there. For now, we're in Metro Kingdom. Gonna be collecting a couple quick moons on my way up to the Mecha Wiggler fight, which is the only major element of RNG in this run other than fishing. In any percent, Mecha Wiggler is the only major RNG section.
And you saw a bunch of those quick jumps as well. What that skips is a whole area that you have to go around. Normally you see right there, instead of going through that entire area of Night Metro and such, you just do those quick couple jumps and then you don't even have to deal with it.
Yep. The movement options in this game open up so many cool things. Like that trick in Lost, which is called Meme Tree, to skip all of the Klepto stuff, and then that as well to skip pretty much the entire intended part of Night Metro. Unfortunately, we can't skip the City Hall yet. This tower kind of sucks. These pole physics are bad. But if I do everything correctly, they shouldn't troll me. Okay, we're good. And I'm also just going to be jumping straight across here instead of going around.
That jump right there could be really hard as well, just because of the way that the camera turns. You have to set it up to where you can still cap throw and land on Cappy so you can get that jump through. Otherwise, you just fall all the way down and lose like a minute.
Yep. Had that happen to me way too many times. The camera there is really finicky. And yeah, here I'm just setting up the Mecha Wiggler. Right now I'm just manipulating it so that it goes the least amount of distance possible. But the second phase is going to be entirely RNG. The pattern that it takes is RNG. Hopefully I don't get too boned by it. I should still be able to make this in one more cycle no matter what. But if I get really bad RNG, then I won't be able to. So. Yeah, this looks fine. This is the exact pattern that I got in practice, which is funny. This is the same exact pattern. There we go.
And then how many different Wiggler patterns are there?
I have no idea. I don't think there's that many because getting the same pattern back to back isn't too rare. So I'd estimate like 20 if I had to throw a guess out there. I'm not entirely sure. That's probably something you could ask the task community. I'm interested in that. I should ask them. That's a good question that I do not have the answer to. And yeah, with that, we are out of Night Metro, and we are going into Day Metro. And they're called that just because, instead of the city being all dark and gloomy, right after this white screen transition, hey look, it's a normal city again. Nice. And yeah, so now after we've taken care of the Mecha Wiggler, we are not done with Metro's main story yet. The next part of the main story, the mayor, Pauline, needs us to get her a band for their festival. So after I do a couple things here, like planting the seed for later, and collecting a quick moon on my way to Pauline, I'm going to be talking to her.
And we're just making a quick friend right here to grab a moon from him.
Yep. Looks really depressed. Let's take his prized possession. Okay. Should be good. Oh.
Nice little fire hydrant there.
Nintendo knew what they were doing. They put that fire hydrant there. There's no reason for that to be there. That was like such an unfair bonk too, the very edge of it. But yeah, there are 4 musicians around Metro Kingdom that I'm going to be grabbing to get Pauline her band. That was the first one, the drummer. Going to be heading over to the guitarist next, or the bassist actually. Here's another example of first person, where I'm going to line up the camera and then talk to him in first person like that, so it pans really fast into the text. I did that on the drummer as well, but forgot to mention it. It doesn't exactly work on the last 2 musicians, though. It only works on fairly specific NPCs.
And you'll see as well, we're grabbing a lot of these checkpoints. These are very intentional checkpoints to be able to grab so we can warp to them either now in the first visit or later in the second visit.
That's correct. And there's also an achievement moon for collecting 40 checkpoints that I'm going to be getting. So I will get a couple of extra checkpoints. You only need about 28 in the route. So I'm going to be getting a couple extra ones that I'm not going to be warping to, but that is for an achievement moon at the end of the run. Now we're talking to the trumpeter who's on top of a building for some reason, but...
I wonder how he got there.
Yeah. That's actually a good question. And yeah, now gonna be planning one more seed for later and then talking to the guitarist, and then we'll have the band set up for the festival. So that's the next major story element done. However, we're still not done because now that we have gone out of our way to get Paulina banned, we need to clean the sewers for her. So she's really giving us the best jobs available after we've been so kind to her. So going into the sewers.
Seeing as how Mario is a plumber, it does seem kind of fit to be dealing with all the issues here.
That's true. Never really thought about it like that.
It does seem a little concerning, though, however, that there's a bunch of poison right below of your sewers. We may need to get that figured out.
I'm not sure about that one. Like, you touch it and you die, and I don't think that might be a health hazard, potentially. All right. So that's it for the sewer section. Just 2 quick moons down here. And then we will finally be able to go to the festival and collect a multi-moon for 3 moons. And there's also another moon in the festival, so the festival nets you 4 moons total.
And we'll absolutely be able to hear the amazing banger that comes along with the festival.
Jump Up Superstar. Yeah, pretty good song. Optimizing the festival is a lot harder than you'd think it would be. I still lose a couple seconds here and there to the absolute best at this section. It's really hard. Optimizing 2D movement is way harder than 3D movement for me, which is kind of weird considering how much more complex 3D movement is, but I guess I'm just more used to it.
And that's what's crazy about it as well, is that you go through this entire game almost entirely 3D, and then all of a sudden there's this 2D section that you really have to optimize and get good at.
Yeah, like here I couldn't make that cycle without taking damage, so I had to wait for a little bit. If you play the beginning absolutely perfectly, you can't make that cycle without taking damage. I barely, or rarely ever get that though. Here, this cycle should be lined up though. Yeah, okay, that's good.
And here we have the amazing guest appearance of Donkey Kong.
Yep. This cycle is bad. I'm going to take damage. I'm probably going to take damage again, unless I can somehow get up there. I'm going to just wait. Play it safe. If you play everything absolutely perfectly, this cycle also lines up well. It's funny how the good cycles only line up if you play everything well.
It's almost like it's intentional from the devs.
Maybe. And there's another instance of first person, but that isn't actually faster. It's just when you're in first person, it prevents you from jumping, which can be an issue when trying to talk to NPCs. So for that specific case, I'm just doing that to prevent myself jumping in front of Pauline instead of talking to her. And we're almost done with Metro Kingdom now, just 2 quick moons, one of which I'm going to be setting up another Dram strat for, where I leave Cappy out by this pylon and then collect a quick moon. And warp to it after. And then here we have our first appearance of the tourist, where he actually gives us a moon. So yeah, this is going to be what it's like. He's just going to show up in other areas, and we're going to grab quick moons from him, and then get on with our day. And yeah, that's that for Metro.
Is there time for another quick donation?
Go ahead.
Piper sent in $5. GL Ganon, such a shame I couldn't make it to Midwest Speed Fest this year. Excited to see ADA, hopefully. And by the way, the Mecha Wiggler has 16 patterns, smiley face.
Thank you, Piper.
That did go toward that All Death Animations incentive, so we are currently sitting at 81 of the required $750 to make that happen. It seems intimidating, but this is a long run and it's our finale, so I know we can do it.
Going into Snow Kingdom now, and if everything goes well, this kingdom will hold the 3rd example of a moon clip this run, but if not, then I do have backups for it available, but hopefully I'll get the moon clip to show it off, because it's pretty cool. Going to be grabbing this checkpoint really quick before I head into Shiveria as well. That's going to be useful when we revisit Snow. Taking another quick peek at a hint art. Then getting back into grabbing moons.
And typically for Snow Kingdom, you would go through each of the 4 rooms and collect one of the moons to kind of open up this trap door to eventually go down it and get into a race. But we're not exactly going to do that.
Yeah, there are 4 story moons in each of these. Well, there's 1 story moon in each of them, but it adds up to 4 since there's 4 rooms. And by collecting these 4 story moons, you unlock the ability to go down into the Bound Bowl area. But you can also clip down there if I get this moon clip, and I do not think that worked, but there are backups. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So optimally there, I would have wanted to clip straight through that wall and just go down, but there's a backup with these crates over here if I can get it. Nice. And then you can fall straight into the Bound Bowl area like that.
Typically when you land there as well, Mario will go into this like stunned animation, but instead you saw that Ganon went right into rolling. This is quite a precise thing to do.
It's not precise, you just hold left the whole way. I guess it's kind of precise. You just hold left the whole way and you end up on the left side. You just have to not end up in the middle and then you're good.
So we're going to be collecting this little sad fellow here. He seems to not exactly be confident for the race, so we're going to kind of do the race for him instead.
Yeah. So he's sad, we take control of his body and fulfill his dreams. So yeah, it's going to be the first and only Bound Bowl in this run, actually. Hoping I can get a decent time here.
And as you can see, there's occasionally times where there's like that little noise and Ganon will bounce higher. If you press B right at the time when you land, you'll get a bigger jump and such. And that's really useful off of ledges because it kind of just propels you forward to where you need to go.
This is really good. I might PB this, like this Bound Bowl.
That'd be crazy.
My PB's 51-41. I got a high bounce there. Ah, barely not. Really close though. Only a tenth of a second off my boundable PB there, with losing quite a bit to that high bounce at the end. That was really good boundable. Pretty much all I could ask for in a run. And because this is the last story moon in Snow, even though we didn't collect the 4 before it, it actually finishes the main story for us anyways. So you only have to collect the last moon in the main story for a kingdom for it to count as finishing the story. But in a lot of cases, the last moon isn't available unless you collect the other ones. And since you were never supposed to get down there without the first 4 moons anyways, I guess Nintendo just never thought you could. And just made it finish the story anyways, but yeah. Snow is now out of the blizzard it was in when we first got in here, and that does mean when we revisit it, we will just be able to collect a ton of fast moons instead of having to go through the entire story first.
And here we are doing one of the greatest pastimes in the world, which is fishing.
Yep, second bite there. How many bites it gives you is RNG. My worst bite is 24. On Lake Kingdom fishing once, and I lost about 2 minutes. It's pretty awesome. Usually you get it within like 3 or 4 bites, but if you get really bad luck, you can just get absolutely screwed over there.
That sounds disgusting. 24.
It was really funny because I wasn't running a category that I'm good at. I was just doing an all moons run, which is about an 8-hour category. I was just doing a run for fun, and then I immediately stopped having fun. So it's pretty awesome. At least it didn't happen in Darker. If it happened in a Darker side run, I would have been so upset. The Lake Kingdom fish is particularly rude, it feels like. I'm sure that's just placebo, but it feels like I get worse luck with the Lake Kingdom fish a lot of the time. But yeah, coming into Seaside now. Collecting a quick moon from the Rumble Room, then I'm going to be heading over and planting another seed. Hopefully I can get a quick shot straight in the pot here, it'd be cool. I did not mean to do that. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Okay, I got the shot in the end. That's all that matters. I missed it. No.
Good save there, good save.
That's something that never happens. Also, yeah, we're going to spawn that moon, but just kind of ignore it for now. It's faster to get it later, and I am... Wow. Okay, hold on. This Seaside is a bit of a mess. It's fine, though. I was playing, like, a little too well for a good majority of this, so it's nice to have a little bleed so my nerves go down.
And you'll notice as well that we're going through each of these little ground pound buttons. And what we're doing that you won't see in the cutscenes, because we're skipping them, is what's happening is since we hit that, it shoots up a cork to hit the mollusk you see right there in that cutscene, just on top.
Yeah. And then he gets mad when we shoot 4 corks at his head, which, I mean, is fair. And comes down, and then you can beat him.
I think I'd be a little angry if someone shot 4 corks in my head as well.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, yeah, now we're going to be collecting that moon that I was talking about earlier. Just kidding. Not until later.
We're just forever destined to actually never collect that moon.
That would be such a good troll for a marathon run, actually. I should have prepared that. Like, thought of a moon to get instead.
And luckily for us as well, each time that we collect a moon, it actually fills the water of this gushin.
Yep.
So we won't have to go down and grab water and such.
Right. When it runs out of water, you need to get it to a water source to be able to fly around like I'm doing right now. Hi, Captain Toad.
And we actually dropped that gushin a little bit farther away, so Captain Toad actually gets a little bit scared of him. I can understand. It's a little bit of a scary creature, but we'll actually be using it for later as well.
Yeah. We have to drop that gushin onto that platform there, because if you drop it on the platform that Captain Toad's on, he gets scared of it. But we also need the gushin, so you drop it down into that corner. It's actually pretty precise, because if it's too close to that moon that I just got, when you grab the moon, the gushin despawns as well. So there's a lot that goes into it. When you grab a story moon like that starts a cutscene, and there's a gushin really close to it, it actually despawns. So you need to put it far enough away, but you also need to have it pretty close so that it doesn't despawn on its own from like not being captured for too long. There's a lot that goes into that. And yeah, you can flatten the combos. I actually didn't even know you could do that until I started running this category. When I saw someone ground pound the seaweed from above, I was actually amazed. Really glad that's a thing in this game.
And unfortunately, now is the time that we have to say goodbye to our little friend there.
Just drop him in the lava.
He just kind of paves the way for us to drop into the lava to be able to grab the moon that's now a water area.
Yep. No, I think that was water before, right? Yeah, no. Nothing happened. For sure.
Yeah, it was just all water.
Yeah, it was just all water. We're good. No continuity breaks or anything. And now that we shot 4 Korix Emelosk, he has come down here. And this boss is a pretty infamous run killer. It's not necessarily random. There's pretty much no random elements to it. It's just hard. And if you mess it up slightly, then you lose a lot. So hopefully I can get good mollusk here. By beating him to the areas that he goes, like this, and then shooting him with water as he gets there, you actually set him up to do a clip, which is funny. I don't know why, but it saves a lot of time overall. Because instead of going all the way around an island, he just goes through an island. And you'll see that when I come up over here. And also, yeah, I did finally grab the notes in there. Didn't want to gloss over that either. So yeah, now he's just going to go straight through this island. Then if I'm in a good spot, I can just ground pound him like that and end the fight. Really glad that went well as well. I'm hitting all the hard stuff. Too bad I died in Cap 1.
Hey, it just adds a little bit of flavor to it.
That's true, that's true. It's a funny death at least. Like, it wasn't one where it was soul-crushing and lost like a minute or whatever. It's just like, yeah, that's fine. I lost 15 seconds at the very beginning of the run. That's more funny than anything else. And now that is the end of the Seaside main story, and we're going to be heading to Luncheon next. Luncheon is the only kingdom in this run that you visit 3 times. A lot of the other kingdoms we'll be going back to at least once, but Luncheon we go back to twice. And it's just because of how things line up, where there's a lot of stuff where you come out of the painting. There's a lot of moons that are available there, and there's a lot of stuff when you come back next to the Odyssey. So when we're going through the paintings, in the painting chain, when we come out in Luncheon, we get a lot of moons there. And then when we're using the Odyssey at the very end of the run to reach some of the kingdoms that don't have paintings, we also revisit Luncheon because there's a lot of moons next to the Odyssey. Okay. Sure. That was intended, don't worry. That's what I meant to do, I think.
And just right here, we're just gonna have to refight Spewart here.
Yeah, this fight's really different. Instead of the arena being a circle, it's a rectangle. It's a really different arena.
It changes the fight quite a bit.
Yeah, there's so many different strats that go on here now. Fun fact, in the any percent route, it is now optimal to skip Spewart because of all of the cutscenes that come with this moon. It's an extremely difficult route because skipping Spewart means that you don't get access to any of the later story moons in Luncheon, so you have to make do with what you have, and it's really, really hard. Shout out to all the active any percent runners at a top level. Those guys are crazy. I don't know if I could ever get into that category that hard. That was a really fast cheese.
One thing that's interesting as well is that throughout these cutscenes and such, if we aren't skipping them, things like the little like fireballs will pop up still, and that can definitely ruin some like quick cycles here. I remember a lot of times people will skip this one a little bit late, and they won't be able to grab the little fireball right away.
Yup. I actually grabbed them pretty late there, but I didn't miss the cycle, luckily. I was trying to do a spin pound, and the game gave me a jump instead, so had to work with what I had. Gonna be taking a detour into this sub area really quick as well.
A little fun fact about those tomatoes, apparently they count as like lava as well.
Yeah. Alright.
And here we have the best capture in the game, being a slab of meat.
Yep. In English, that text there next to the B button says Twitch. So they're inviting you to twitch your meat a little bit, which is interesting. And yeah, that's the second story moon in Luncheon. There are 2 more that I'm going to be getting before we're done here. I will also be grabbing a couple of extra moons and looking at a hint art as I make my way through the rest of the story. Although you don't get to see much of the story because I skip all the cutscenes, but... So yeah, here I'm going to be doing some movement up to a hint art for Seaside Kingdom that we'll be getting when I revisit that kingdom later. There we go. There we go. Here I'm going to be turning the camera down as I go up this slope to manipulate those pillars of lava so that I can do a small jump here straight across. and get onto that one to get straight up. This is a little awkward. Hopefully he doesn't burn himself. Okay, we're good.
An interesting part about this game as well is that when it comes to objects like the log spawning or like moons and such, if it's not on screen, it almost doesn't exist.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I kind of went through that moon that I got before the story moon, before I came back and grabbed it. Here I'm going to manipulate this fire piranha plant to shoot one fireball towards that torch, then I'm going to capture him and hit the other one into the other torch for a quick moon there. Shoutouts to BP for that throw. I'm not making it. Hold on. Okay.
Take two.
Take two. There we go. And now we have another RNG fight, but it's only the third phase that has RNG, and it's rather minimal. It's pretty much just luck how many jumps you have to do before you can hit Cookateel on the last phase. Optimally, you want to hit 4. Most of the time, you'll get 5, maybe 6. I think the worst I've ever gotten is 7, so you don't really lose that much time in this fight usually. But it can kill gold paces if your gold already has a 4 jump.
And you'll see as well, typically throughout this fight, you just kind of wait till Cookateel will drop down the fire. We don't really like waiting, so instead we're gonna just kind of jump up to her and burn her a little bit.
Yup.
To kind of push that forward.
Okay, 4, 5 jumps. Okay, yeah. So that's like pretty average luck there. And just goes in the stew. Alright, that is going to be it for luncheon. At least the first visit. Like I said earlier, we do visit this kingdom 3 times over the course of the run. But for the first visit, that's it. And we're going to be moving into Ruined Kingdom next, which is pretty much an auto-scroller. So if you have donations, then now's a pretty good time to get them in, or plugs.
I do not have any donations. I do see a couple that are pending. I will get to them as soon as they go through. But a little bit about the OI Foundation, because that is, of course, the organization we are raising funds for. They are the only voluntary national health organization dedicated to helping people cope with the problems associated with osteogenesis imperfecta. Their mission is to improve the quality of life for people affected by OI through research to find treatments and a cure, as well as provide education, awareness, and mutual support. So as you can see, fantastic cause, and we do still have that all death animations incentive open.
For sure. Although I guess I shouldn't call Ruined Kingdom fully an auto-scroller, you do need to pay attention. And in Darker, you do get an extra moon, in addition to the auto-scroller type fight. So instead of going straight up to the fight here, I am going to be taking a quick detour over here to grab this chest moon. Then I'm going to be doing a decently tricky jump up here. There we go. Up to the pylon to go to the fight.
Now really, the only way to kind of go fast with this fight is just with how quickly you pull the keys that's on top of the dragon's head.
Yeah, and how fast you do the ground pounds. It's crazy how much some people have optimized this, which is why I don't like calling it an auto-scroller. Because if you call it an auto-scroller, you're probably losing like 5 seconds to people who actually pay attention. But it is really hard to save time in this kingdom. You have to be paying attention when normally you really wouldn't want to, because there's a lot of auto-scroller parts. Like this entire part where he's shooting out these electric discs, like this is fully auto-scrolling until the dragon drops his head down. And I am going to be... Oh, wait. Almost forgot this coin hit art that gives me 200 coins. I looked at my coin count and I was like, what? And then I remembered. That makes a lot more sense as to why I was down 200 coins, because I forgot something that gives me 200 coins. There we go. I was about to mention how I was collecting hearts there to get a couple extra coins, because the coin route for this category can be a little tight. It's a lot tighter if you do the absolute fastest route, which only one person goes for now. It saves about 15 seconds and involves buying a ton of outfits and doing a clip that I cannot do personally. But since you buy extra outfits in that route, you need about 400-ish extra coins. So it can become a bit of a hassle to get those coins, but for me, I just need to make sure I don't miss any of the coins that are in my way, and I should be good.
I have another donation for you. This is a good time.
Go ahead.
$10 from Arizard. Hey Ganon, it's so awesome to see you up on the big screen finishing off the marathon with this sick run. You're doing a fantastic job. I love you, darling. Thank you for everything. Less than 3. That was very wholesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ario.
Love you too.
So here we have Bowser's Kingdom. This kingdom is made up with a bunch of different islands with different challenges and such. You'll see that the way that we travel through this is through gliders. You just kind of go through those. There's a bunch of different moons to collect on each different...
This is not any percent. I went full autopilot mode there. That's fine though. That's barely any time loss. It's like 20 seconds. It's fine. I can take it. But yeah, I went full autopilot there. I need to zone back in. Hold on. Instead of going over there, I gotta get these moons up here, so...
The first moon we're getting here is actually also known as a dram.
Yep.
Basically, you grab this moon and then...
Do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bird dram.
Normally what you're supposed to do as well is climb up on those stairs of that little guy.
Yep.
But you could just kind of not do that and just
Yeah.
jump on top.
You know, usually what you're intended to do is pretty slow, so try to find ways around that. And luckily, doing that with those ogre beads is not that hard.
That's one of like the great parts about this game as well, is that there's so much movement opportunities and such, and so many movement options to do everything.
True. Like, I play this next area right here pretty safe, but there are a lot of options for you to do to play it even safer. Like, instead of doing this, trying to get the shard here with a dive back, and then I messed it up, so this is why you would go safer. You can also just go grab that shard and then come back. And there are also a lot of ways to do this section faster that I am not comfortable with doing in a marathon yet, so just playing it safe for now.
A fun fact as well, there's actually a way to break those blocks without actually hitting the bombs into them. If you're to peck at it, I believe it's 100 times, it'll just break open anyways.
Yeah, I think is it over 100? It might be like 150 or 200. It's a lot, but yeah, if you just peck at the blocks over and over for a couple minutes, it breaks open without the bombs, which is funny that they coded that in.
You see as well, one of the great things about all these wires and such is that it makes it really easy to just kind of leave our cap there and go do our thing.
Yeah, like you can do that with this moon as well. Just leave Cappy by the pylon, get the moon, and then, you know. That trick is called Bowser Dram. For the most part, tricks that are called Dram refer to leaving your cap by something, going and doing something else, and then coming back to the capture with Cappy. And I'm going to be doing another one of those right here, actually. This one's called Valley Dram, since Valley found it. So, leave Cappy here. Go get that moon, and I should be warped up to it. Yup. Dram strats are super cool. One of my favorite things about this game. I need that checkpoint. Okay.
And here we'll see the revisits of a couple of the bunnies as well.
Yep. I'm going to be doing first-person strats here as well to set up for Harriet. I use specific visual cues in first-person mode so I can throw Cappy out early and it will be at the right angle to hit it back into Harriet. Except I messed it up and still got it without first-person. Okay. Sure. That should work. Nice. Okay. I do Harriet first there. It's the same speed no matter which one you go to, but I find Harriet harder. So I go to Harriet first. It's kind of a meme battle in the Odyssey community. Like a joke within the community to form like Topper first gang, Harriet first gang, and then try to push your time slower for your respective gang, depending on which one of these fights you do first. I am a proud Harriet first gang member. And yeah, with that, we're going to be moving into the second part of Bowser's right after we grab one more quick moon, which does have different music to the first part. And I actually like the second part's music more. It's much more dramatic. Oh, there we go. Alright, so yeah, getting to the next section here. Gonna be doing a spin throw roll cancel jump dive there to get that checkpoint. I said a lot of words, but it's not as complicated as it sounds. Basically, doing a roll cancel, which is throwing your hat out to preserve roll speed without rolling anymore. And I'm doing it with a spin throw, and then doing a jump and a dive after so that the spin throw can reach that checkpoint. And yeah, during this cutscene, the ogre, I messed it up. Hello? That still worked? Sure. I was trying to do something else, but
just a slight bit of a detour, but still making it to the moon.
That was really funny. I didn't think he was gonna break it, but Captain Toad's over here too. Hi, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Long time no see. Okay, and here we are going to be climbing up towards the Mecha Brutal fight. I'm going to get 2 more moons before I go there, but if you're familiar with any sort of Odyssey speedruns, you've probably seen the Mecha Brutal fight strat. It's super cool, but it's also really difficult. Probably one of the hardest strats in the run, so I hope I can get it, because casually you're intended to grab a Pokio and shoot bombs at the mech's legs so you can climb up. But that is really slow, so I'm going to be trying to do it without using a Pokio at all. So we're going to grab one more quick moon here, then we're going to be heading up there. I don't think that's far enough. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Let's hope I can do this.
And typically right here, like Ganon said before, you'd be grabbing 4 separate Pokios and then hitting all of these bubbles. you'd be hitting the legs with the little bombs that the thing shoots out, but we don't do that at all. In fact, we don't even grab the Pokio.
Hardest part of this is the ending too. The last hit is called target acquired, and you'll probably see why. Nice.
Nice.
All right. That feels good to hit. All right. And yeah, fireworks.
Just to celebrate a little.
Yep. There you go.
May we celebrate with a donation?
Go ahead.
Diamond Crafter A sends in $25. Loving the run so far. Good luck from the back couch. Also, let's meet this incentive.
Woo!
We're at $117 out of $750. We're getting there, but we've got to step it up. Get those donations in. Let's go.
All right, and before we leave Bowser's Kingdom for the first time, I am going to be grabbing one more moon, which is right next to the Odyssey. Yeah! It's just really convenient to grab it now. You'll notice these poles have little Bowser heads on them, and this one is facing the wrong way. So if you hang Cappy on it, it breathes fire and then gives you a moon. All right. And with that, we are done with Bowser's, and we are heading into Moon Kingdom, which is pretty much the last part of the main story. Any percent ends in Moon Kingdom. And normally in any percent, you're just trying to go straight to the end of Moon. You're trying to finish the run as fast as possible, obviously. But here we are going to be taking a detour and grabbing 5 moons in Moon Kingdom before we leave.
In case you haven't quite followed up with the story throughout the run, basically Bowser is trying to get married to Peach in this in Moon Kingdom.
Yep.
And we're basically just trying to stop him because it's kind of a forced marriage.
Yeah, and why is there a wedding chapel on the moon in the first place is my question, but it's just there. That rabbit is deceptively difficult to get, and if you miss him, it loses like 10 seconds, so it's a part where it feels like I would not have to focus, but I actually do have to make sure I don't mess that up.
And you'll see as well throughout Moon Kingdom, this is probably the easiest kingdom there is to do a lot of vectoring.
True.
So you saw it there in that specific triple jump. There was a lot of vectoring to be able to make it across there, versus where it would be a lot harder to get over if you just did a regular triple jump.
Check out this big vector right here, too. It's another one here to get around. It's a lot of diagonal movement in the air.
And here we have Moon Cave Skip.
Yep, this saves like 3 minutes. It's funny because of how easy it is. It was found day 1. The day the game came out, people found that. And it's pretty funny because of how much it saves. Okay. It's a little awkward. Had to do a spin in the air there, but we made it. Now we are going to be entering the chapel, but from a little bit of a different area where you would normally. Just going to go all the way up to the bell and head in through the roof.
And for some reason in the chapel, gravity is completely normal.
Yep.
Doesn't exactly make sense, but you know.
Especially considering the door's open, like outside, but it's fine. It's Mario logic. If you want to get into physics with Mario, we would be here for way too long, so. And here's the Bowser fight. There are a couple of fast threads here. Like that, to skip a cycle with him jumping around. And then we're going to see pretty similar Bowser manips to what was done in Cloud, where I hit him in a specific way, just so that he spends the least amount of time in the air. Also, you can roll over the fire, which I'll try to demonstrate, like that. The fire is essentially just a ground check. So if you're off the ground when the fire touches you, then it doesn't hurt you. Okay. Here I am going to be taking intentional damage, so this will be a little scary. I'll be on 1 health, but I can't get a heart from these hats, which I'm not going to grab. Alright. That scared me a little more than I would like to admit, I can't lie. Being on 1 health in that final phase is always nerve-wracking. Okay. So yeah, now we are controlling Bowser. And his 2 main abilities are clawing and shooting fireballs. We don't really need to shoot fireballs until later. I mean, you shoot one here as well, though, just because it's faster than walking up and clawing 5 times. You shoot a fireball once while you're farther away, and then claw 4 times. There, just shooting fireballs, because why not? Does not actually do anything. Here's 2D skip.
And one of the funny things as well throughout the 2D Bowser section is it actually took runners about like 6 months to figure out that
You could run.
Bowser could run in the 2D section.
No one tried that for close to a year after the game came out. It was pretty awesome. And people were like, wait, you can run? And it saved like 2 or 3 seconds. It's pretty good.
I mean, it makes sense as well because running is the same as the fire button. So it kind of seems weird to just kind of hold that when Bowser can't run in 3D.
That is true. Uh-oh. Is that good? Yeah, okay. I thought I got 5 fireball early there for a sec, but one of my shots got... And that happens when a fireball that you shot before hits right before another one, because there's kind of a cooldown on the pillars. So if you shoot 2 fireballs too fast after one another, then only the first one will hit. Oh my god. Rock blocked. There we go. Not the cleanest pillars. Fun fact, if you claw or shoot a fireball on the same frame as that last pillar falls into the center, you can get invisible outside of that. And that happened to me in practice. It loses you like 20 because you have to swipe at the center part from really far away. And it's really hard. But yeah. That's it for main game. Going into post game now, and Moon Collection is going to ramp up a lot. Like, we're about, I don't have a timer, but we're about 1 hour 20 something in here. And we're pretty much a little under halfway through the run, but we only have about 150 out of the 500 moons. So you can imagine that in these post game kingdoms, Moon Collection is going to start ramping up a lot. Post game opens up a ton of opportunities for quick moons. And there's going to be significantly less downtime, so it's just kind of going to be back to back to back getting the last 350 moons. After these cutscenes, of course. And you only grab like 3 moons in Mushroom first visit as well. So this is another kingdom where we're not really doing much, but after this, it's going to pick up a lot.
We need these donations to pick up a lot, too. We got to get that incentive met.
True.
SSK's helping out with $5. The Mario fandom is dying. Meet this incentive to kill Mario faster.
Yeah, if you... Yeah, but... Yeah, in that incentive run, I would kill Mario in 10 different ways. So if you want to see that, then be sure to get your donos in. So yeah, planting these seeds as fast as possible, some speed gardening. Nice.
And you'll notice as well that Ganon is jumping with the seeds. You can't exactly roll or anything like that, but jumping actually preserves the speed that they had before.
Yep. And here's Tiles Moon. There are 8 tiles that stick up out of the ground. And you have to go around the entire castle to hit them. I am going to be doing a couple things in the middle, like checking that hint art and grabbing this moon that I spawned. But yeah. And now we're just getting one more moon and mushroom and then we're heading out of here. This is a really quick first visit kingdom.
And then you'll notice as well, starting in post-game, instead of going to the Odyssey and doing a bunch of moon dumps there and going through all those cutscenes, instead we're going to be going through these paintings, and it'll take us to each of the different kingdoms for the revisits.
Yeah, and if everything goes well, I should dump exactly 255 moons at the same time. So it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, now we are in Snow Kingdom Revisit. And a lot of the kingdoms in Revisit, one of the first things you're going to see me do is head over to a Moon Rock. And this is because a Moon Rock is a post-game only thing after you beat the main game that spawns a ton of quick moons. So after I get a couple of moons along the way, I'm going to go hit the Moon Rock and then start getting a ton of moons really quickly. Also, yeah, talking to Captain Toad in the middle of a Notes moon.
Luckily, the timer just kind of stops while you're talking to him.
Yeah, I mean, that timer is also extremely lenient as is, so you can mess it up quite a lot and still make the timer. So yeah, here I'm going to be grabbing that checkpoint, then just heading straight up to this Moon Rock. And you're going to see it's going to show me all of the moons that it spawns on the map. So yeah, you can see that is a lot of moons that are opened up by that.
And people like to make a lot of jokes about this game as well, of where you can literally just walk anywhere and then you'll find a moon.
It's kind of true in post-game. I mean, just look at this. There's just moons everywhere.
I've got a longer donation if there's time.
Go ahead.
Cool, cool. We have $50 from Tony Ogbot. It's so great to see Midwest Speed Fest happening live this year, and I'm pleased to see that it has the spirit and charm I've always loved about it. You've all fostered something really special. And I'm excited to see the heights will take this event to. Ganon, you're killing it. Good luck on the run, gamer. Franker Zed.
Thank you. Franker Zed.
Franker Zed.
Franker Zed.
And to potentially spur on some more donations, Ubuntu slides in with $5. $5 donation train? $5 donation train! Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go! Cappy? You want to come back?
No, Cappy's gone.
There we go. Yeah, he left me there for a sec. He had enough of me, I guess. Which is fair.
This man's going too fast. Can't stick with him.
Yeah, that happens sometimes if you try to do that too fast. Cappy can get stuck behind that whirlwind, and then you just kind of have to sit for a couple seconds and wait for him to come back to you. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention, when I talked to that toad in Mushroom Kingdom right in front of the castle, it opened up all of these peach moons. as well, because basically the story is like, oh no, Peach is missing, and then you go and she's on a vacation. So she's taking a vacation to every kingdom, and we can get a quick moon from her in every kingdom that we revisit if we talk to the Toad first.
And you may be thinking, why are you going through these now and why didn't you do it in like main game? Why didn't you do that then? The reason is because there's another moon that pops up at each of the doors, as well as you don't have to sit through another cutscene of the little trapdoor opening.
Correct. The moon rock opens up an extra moon in all of these areas, so there's 3 instead of 2. And you'll see here, it's just going to kind of pan out. And oh wait, no, it doesn't even pan out. I thought it did, and it just showed the thing being open. I was thinking of sand. So yeah, it skips an entire cutscene of the trapdoor opening. So yeah, the extra moon in this sub area is particularly annoying. Basically, moving object plus ice physics. So, hi. Yep. Yep. There we go.
Nice.
that moon sucks. Yeah. I agree, that moon is clapworthy. All right. That moon actually loses time in a weirdly large amount of runs. Like, I can lose so much time there on really good paces. It's extremely annoying.
And you'll see a lot as well with these rooms. There's a couple moons that are just kind of spawned right at the end. Normally those you would have to complete some sort of objective. Like that ice one, you would have to beat Rango in like the ice area, but Rango's not really here, so...
Yeah, in this sub-area, you would normally have to collect 5 moon shards. Oh god. Oh my... Oh. The combo. Awesome. That's fine, it's fine.
Can I get a bonk in chat?
Hold on.
Hold on.
I barely made it that time too. That's not a super scary jump. I'm going really far out from the wall.
Almost had to open snapshot mode there.
I should have. Okay. So yeah, so far the Snow 2 has been interesting. You want to go in the pipe? Thank you.
And you'll see in various kingdoms as well that these little hat guys they're chilling in a bunch of places. Just
Yeah.
kind of hiding.
They possessed a lot of civilians, and they give you a moon to not tell anyone. And that is not a joke. That is what the game tells you. And now we have another annoying trick that can lose a ton of time, but hopefully it won't. This is called Blowy Noey, because you skip a Blowy Joey. So, hopefully I can get this pretty quickly. It involves getting a vault off of a slope, which is pretty precise and difficult, so... Of course I got it first try. Yeah, there you go. That's way harder than I made it look. I was kind of hoping I didn't get it first try so you could see what happens when you don't, but yeah. Now we're into Cascade Kingdom. First revisit, second visit. And we are going to be doing Dino Skip this time, so you are going to actually see what I would have done instead of DSS at the beginning of this run. So here, you would have to come all the way over here, get the Dino, and then bounce off this trampoline, up onto this ledge to start the fight, but instead I did that trick where I jumped up a wall on the other side of the map and then just came over here, which is way faster because it also skips a cutscene. So in addition to saving time on general movement, it also skips a cutscene. It's pretty cool.
And yes, with the dino jumping on the trampoline, it is a foot thing. You need the left foot to land on the trampoline to be able to bounce up.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay. Good to know. And yeah, hitting the moon rock and cascade again. Hi, Captain Toad. What's up?
I've got another long one if there's time.
Let me get one thing in first.
Sure thing.
So, I'm gonna be capturing this chain chomp here and then just immediately jumping out of it. This is because there's another achievement moon at the end of the run for capturing 40 separate things. So I need to make sure that I capture additional things that I wouldn't normally across the course of the run. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Get the donation in now.
$100 from Forte. Being
Wow.
able to open the event was so much fun, and the Midwest Speedfest staff has been fantastic. I'm so glad I get to watch one of my favorite speedruns stand the event now, and hopefully to top it all off, we can just watch Mario die in as many different ways as possible.
Woo! That's sub. Got it. Hold on. Before I talk, let me do this movement. Let's try not to die.
That'll be a goal for later.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta save the deaths for later. But what I was gonna say is that sub area that I just came out of is actually one of the hardest in the run, and I did it really well, which I also was not expecting to do. I kind of didn't de-rust this game for a full month before I came here, so the fact that I'm playing this well is still a little weird to me, but it's also awesome, so no complaints. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then coming up here after this moon, we're also going to be getting another Peach moon. So you've probably noticed that there are a lot of moons with recurring themes. You've got Captain Toad moons, you've got the tourist moons, you got the Peach moons. And all of these just make for really quick talk to the NPC, get a moon type of things. And since there's one of the Peach moons and Captain Toad moons in pretty much every kingdom, it adds up really fast. Alright. Aw. That is not what I was trying to do, but that was cool, so sure. So yeah, the rest of Cascade 2 isn't really that bad. There shouldn't be any major mistakes that I even can make for the rest of this. Just kind of going around cleaning up the rest of the kingdom, getting some moons. Gonna be capturing the dino again here.
It is much more convenient that the dino is asleep right away here, because there's not very many nuts around.
Yeah. In Deep Woods, you always have to knock the dino out, but here you can just kind of capture him, which is very nice. It's fine, it's fine. I've never done that in a run before, that's funny.
It's okay, he just respawned.
Yeah, he's there, we're fine.
He just went to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reason we need him is this, and then I died, so I didn't even get to say that. So hopefully I get to say that as I come over there again. That's more of a funny mistake than anything, to be fair. I can't really be upset. Hello? Oh my god. Let me go to the right or the left this time.
Play extra safe.
Yeah. And yeah, we need him to break this pole here, which has a moon underneath it.
And you'll notice as well that a lot of the hint art moons that we looked at the pictures for earlier, they're a completely different color. They're typically just the color of the moon that you looked at the hint art for.
Right. Because the majority of kingdoms have different colored moons in them, and the hint art that we looked at for that moon over there that I just got was in Lake Kingdom, and Lake Kingdom has pink moons. So the game counts as a Lake Kingdom moon and makes the moon show up pink when you get it. Coming up on the end of Cascade 2 here. Just 3 more moons. Gotta get this bunny and the moon. Then we're getting a timer challenge, and you can see that ground pound spot in the background underneath the bridge. That is the last moon we're going to be getting in Cascade, then we're heading out of here. The one flag.
Clapped. 2 people clapped, excuse you.
Oh, 2? Yo, let's go.
Synced enough to just sound like one.
Yeah, no, I only heard 1 clap. That's crazy. All right, we're done with Cascade. Into Bowser's.
Hearing 1 just means we did it well.
True, true. Yeah, can we get some claps for the clap real quick? Okay. Heading into Bowser's. I warped to the wrong place. Nice. The minimap, or the map tends to snap to a lot of things that you don't want it to sometimes, so,
Sometimes if like a shop is right next to like a checkpoint or something like that, so it could actually like snap to the shop and you just kind of try to pull it away.
yeah, it can snap to a lot of things that aren't even checkpoints, and you're trying to pull it away and it just won't go. Okay. This vector is really hard. Should be good. Okay, that's fine. It spawns you right back up where I was, so I can try it again. I'll do a homing cap throw this time just to be safe. I thought that one was good enough to not do the homing cap throw. This one's way worse, but nice. Okay. And yeah, if you I can't even talk. But yeah, if you if you shake the controller when you're coming out of that when you're coming up to that moon before the moon rock by the wire, you can actually home in on the moon without getting out of the wire. Which is what I was gonna say. Awesome.
Gonna have to time the talking points now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So am I.
There's like no downtime in post game. This is awesome. All right. So yeah, here we warp back up to where we started, but instead of going backwards, we're gonna go forwards because there's more moons over here. Setting up a tram there. And then knocking down this nice picture frame because it has a moon in it for some reason. Yeah, that's gone. I don't think that's getting repaired anytime soon, but so be it.
I'm sure Bowser has a couple other worries other than a little poster there.
True. Awesome. Yo, extra bunny. It's got 1 point from that. Let's go. Kind of huge. I keep forgetting. Catches me off guard every time. This is weird. Okay. That is not the pipe. Hold on. We're good. There's a pretty cool strat in this sub area. If I can do it, but I forgot to uncapture. Is it gonna stay on the P-switch? No. Nice. I'm just gonna wait until the cycle's right here. Because I want to show off this strat. You do an up throw next to this moon here. So then you can dive straight into it and just get up like that. That was good.
Hey, you throw a bunch of claps in there, one of them's gonna hit.
True. Probably. The odds are in your favor. Also, I love the fire flower kimono Peach has on. It's awesome.
I just want to. Hey, yo, I just want to do. Okay. We don't do it.
All right. We are going to be warping another time in Bowser's. Bowser's 2 has a ton of warps. I'm going to be warping one last time after this one, too. Before the end of this kingdom.
You'll notice with some of the moons as well that like Ganon will be able to turn the camera during the animation of actually collecting the moon. For some reason you can just do that for some moons but not others.
Yeah, there's very select group of moons you can do that for. I don't know the exact number. I know it's somewhere in the ballpark of like 5? It's pretty small. The strat to get these notes can be pretty cool. Nice.
$3 from Hero in the comments says...
Says.
Clap.
Nice. All right. Here we're going to be turning this camera down to hopefully load the bird later so it doesn't fly away. Nice. That moon is extremely annoying if you don't turn the camera down. The bird can just decide to fly away and lose 5 seconds.
Luckily for a lot of those bird moons as well though, is that if you do happen to miss it, you could always just go into first person where the bird is and then kind of move the camera around and then it'll spawn back and then you'll immediately hit the bird.
Yeah, if you stand on where it spawns and go into first person, it will spawn on top of you and give you the moon. This is a pretty good Bowser 2 actually. I have like no major complaints with this split. This split is usually pretty bad in runs, so. And we're gonna be heading into Seaside. Is it next?
As you're on your way there, this $5 train is rolling on. I have New with $5 saying choo choo, and Woodaside with $5 saying French Francoisie.
Alright, so in Seaside, one of the first things you do is actually hit the moon rock. And this is the first example you're going to see of me actually collecting a seed moon. These take 20 minutes RTA to grow. So I planted it in Seaside 1, and now we come back, and it's here. Also, my inputs got completely eaten. I just want to say by that seed opening. It's pretty cool. I'm also going to go for a clip here that I never do in runs just because it's cool. So it's really hard to save time with, and I'm not going to, but I'm just going to do it because it's cool. Nice. There we go. You can clip straight through that wall to get straight into this area instead of going underneath. If you get it first try with a fast setup, it saves 1 second. So I never do it in runs, but since it's a marathon, figured I might as well.
Luckily, there happens to be a lot of places where walls just happen to be a suggestion.
Yeah.
So.
In a lot of places where water meets the ground, like what was going on there, you can just clip through the wall with a roll cancel. It's really weird, and I don't know why it happens, but it does. Those are called surface clips. Here should be fast enough to make this bird cycle. Yup. Oh, wait. Where'd he go? Hold on.
There he is.
Wait.
Got him.
Nice. Okay. Didn't miss it. Thankfully. Missing that bird is extremely painful. Hello? Perfect. Slight mishap.
And similar to Captain Toad as well, you do kind of have to drop the Gushin a little bit farther away so the snail doesn't get scared at all.
Yeah, if you scare that guy, he takes like more than 5 seconds to come back out. It's so annoying. Also happens if you drop on top of his head, he takes like 5 seconds to pop back out. So that snail is really annoying for time loss sometimes. So I actually have to really pay attention there to make sure I don't end up scaring him. Coming up here on another Hinart moon, you'll see that the moon is going to be light blue, and that's because the Hinart wasn't luncheon, which has light blue moons.
You may be wondering as well that throughout the fish movement that Ganon is actually pressing both Y and B. This will make the fish go speed up a little bit faster. Typically, you only need to do it once after like something like a moon or something, but a lot of people will do it multiple times just because it gives their hands something to do as well.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a little faster as well to do this. It's not the biggest time save, but it is a little faster to press Y and B in the water as fast as possible. The spin animation does make the fish go a little faster. Here's another out of bounds clip using the fish.
That one's a little weird in comparison to a lot of other clips, just because the boundary of Seaside kind of like pushes you back in a slow motion. And there just happens to be like a little bit of a sliver spot to where you can sneak the fish in there if you go quickly enough, uncapture, and then move Mario out of that entire boundary, recapture, and it'll reset to where it'll start slowly pushing you back, but not quite, so you can slip through.
Yeah, and also, you might have noticed I got a treasure chest moon there. I entered a loading zone from out of bounds. That was skipping another Sphinx quiz. So if you remember the Sphinx moon that I got in Sand, where you actually have to talk to him and answer a question in order to get in there. In Seaside, you can simply clip out of bounds and go into it from behind. You can also do that in Sand, but it is a lot harder. That's probably one of the next tricks I'm going to be implementing though, is skipping talking to the Sphinx by clipping into that area. And now, this specific area of Seaside 2, Ocean Bottom Maze, is rather infamous for being dumb because it's cycle-based and we still don't know how to manip the cycles. So, sometimes you just get bad cycles. It's kind of awesome. This cycle should be okay, as long as I don't suck. Oh my, dude. Please, thank you.
Might need to grab that again.
No, we're good. We're good, please.
The
Yeah.
shell coming clutch.
Okay, wait. This is scary. I'm at 1 health. Okay,
There we go.
thank you. That area is infamous. It's really hard.
Luckily, each moon will refill your health bar.
True. Would be so much worse if it didn't.
Typically, like, we try to avoid damage in any aspect, just because that takes like a second just to refill up.
Yeah.
But it is still very lucky that we have that.
Yeah, if you're at 2 health and you get refilled, then it takes 2 seconds. If you're at 1 health, it takes like 3 to 4 seconds. Because the game does a little damage refill animation when you grab a moon when you're not at full health.
For a quick update on that incentive, we are at $290 now out of $750, and we are also just $100 away from $7,500 total raised for the OI Foundation.
Oh, wow. I did that damage list. That is way harder than it looks. You have to do some stupid camera stuff there, and I never get that. But of course I got it here. I kind of didn't even touch on it because I wasn't expecting to get it, so that's pretty cool. Just 3 more moons here in Seaside, one of them being this moon on the outside of the cup, then we're going to talk to Peach, and then we're going to get the one inside the cup. Oh yeah, and by the way, that Peach moon was the quote-unquote halfway point in terms of moons. That was moon number 250 out of 500, so only got 250 more to go. But we are coming into what is regarded by many as the hardest section of the run, WSM, Wooded, Sand, and Metro 2. This section is basically half an hour of pure optimized movement. There's pretty much no downtime except for the very beginning of Wooded where you go do story stuff. And there's a lot of hard strats throughout these 3 splits. So yeah, first in Wooded we gotta finish up the story and then we can get into the real stuff. Aw, almost perfect targets. There we go. Yeah, no clue where you're supposed to clap on story moons.
Music changes it up a little bit.
Yeah. Pretty sure these are 2 of the last story moons we're going to be getting throughout the run, though, for the most part. I'm trying to think if there's any more except for Darker Side itself, and I don't think there are. So yeah, we're going to be going into Torque Drift here. There are 2 separate manips that you can do with this uproot to make him faster that I'm going to be trying to get after this first phase. First phase, it's a little too difficult to get it set up immediately, so I'm just going to take care of the first phase, and now I'm going to be trying to jump on the very edge. Yeah, now he's not getting stunned anymore. When he jumps, you can see when he lands, he just keeps going immediately. And now by doing that, I get even further jumps. So now I have far jumps and no stun lock. So this uproot is extremely fast, and you're going to see how fast it can tear through Torque Drift. You just do 2 jumps straight across. And I did lose one of the manips there, so I'm going to have to get it again, but I got it again really quickly, so we're good. And by the way, that spinning there, in the middle is not actually just for fun. If you stop moving with the uproot, you lose these manips. So since I'm in the center, I have to keep the uproot moving somehow, and the easiest way to do that is just by spinning. Which is why I also spin on the ground there. Cool. And that is the end of Wooded's story. And now we have officially achieved world peace in Super Mario Odyssey, which is cool. Let's go! World peace is a separate category where you complete the main story in addition to any percent. It's about nice claps. It's about 15 minutes longer than your average any percent run. But yeah, now we are pretty much done with all the story progression and can just get back into collecting really fast moons. Here I'm going to grab this rock and use it to hit the bunny at the same time while I bring it over to be broken here. And here's another quick one from the bunny. And now we're going to break the Wooded Moon Rock. So this, as it has with the other kingdoms, opens up a ton of post-game exclusive moons that I will be able to get extremely quickly. You can see in Wooded there's quite a few there. And I am going to be looking at a hint art here. And this hint art is the whole reason why I went to Wooded first at the beginning. Because when you go to Wooded first, the painting to Wooded comes before the painting to Sand. But if you go to Lake first, you'd end up in Sand before you go to Wooded. And that's not good because you need to go to Wooded before Sand to get that hint art, which gives you a moon in Sand. So it's a little complicated, but that hint art is the reason why we go Wooded first and Darker. Nice. Another quick one. And now we're going to be doing a pretty cool jump over to our bud Captain Toad.
We just, you know, we just love him so much. We gotta do this amazing jump right here to make it to him.
It's fine. It's fine. Nope. Intended. For sure.
Completely intended.
Completely intended. I tried to cap through it too late because I got cocky. That is painful. Where am I? Okay. This is fine. It's right here. Okay.
Take two.
Take two. This is weird. Alright. Hello.
Alright, finally made it to our buddy.
Yep. Okay, so that's fair, because that's a mistake I was expecting to make. I wasn't necessarily expecting to make it in that way. Like, I got a super good angle and a good jump. I just went too late, but I mean, at least it was somewhat expected.
One of my favorite parts about this run as well is that you'll see so often, you'll see all these challenges right next to these moons and such, and you just kind of don't do them.
Yeah, you just kind of jump down to them and don't even care about the challenges.
That moon in particular is a little weird because typically you would grab all of those Goombas, or the majority of them, and then go up to her. But if you stand in that specific spot, you can kind of just talk to her regardless.
Yeah.
It's not even like the highest part of the area either.
Yeah, there you get 7 out of the 9 Goombas, whereas normally you would need 8. But for some reason in that specific spot, you can just talk to her anyways. Flooded Pipes, this is another cycle-based sub-area. So you're going to see I'm not really going as fast as I could possibly be, but this is just to line up with the correct cycle that I want to make. So that right here I can squeeze by the fuzzies on the right, and then get up there. Okay. Yes, this checked. Okay, had to think about it for a sec. This is the start of another really big cycle-based segment that spans over a minute of the run, and it's the bird cycle. Basically, there's a bird that's flying around the Wooded Kingdom, and we want him to beat us at a very specific spot. So I need to do all of these next moons very quickly in order to meet him in the spot that I want to be able to, because it's a, as far as I know, it's a global cycle. You can probably, I'm pretty sure there's been some like recent developments with some camera manip for it, but I don't know that much about that, so for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to say it's mostly a global cycle. Going to be collecting these moon shards and some additional moons along the way. Oh, there we go.
Somehow you missed that.
I don't know how I missed the shard there. That makes no sense. I think the bird should still be in a good cycle, but yeah, I'm going to get one more moon over here. Might not be the best cycle anymore after that, but it should still be good enough to the point where I do not miss him. I'll go for it. Woo!
Nice.
Okay. that was way too risky. I should not have done that, but we're good. I am not exactly diving the correct direction there, but we're good.
Just slightly off there.
A little bit. Okay. Oh, what? Did not let me capture it. Okay.
It just refused to let you.
Thank God I didn't die at least. I thought I was dead for a sec. That would have been a funny death. Nice bomb. We're almost done with Wooded 2. I think there's 3 more moons after this one that I'm getting. Yeah, 3 more. I should have 144 in my inventory exiting here, and I have 141 right now, so. Where am I going? Hold on.
Gonna have to warp back up there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a angle issue. I went a little too far to the right there. It is fine though. Once again, it's small time losses like that that I expect. There haven't been any major hiccups this round yet, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, by ledge grabbing, when you're collecting that moon, it actually puts you on top here, so you don't have to get up. There we go. And we're done with Wooded. Okay. Into Sand 2, which is both my favorite and the hardest split in the run, so. In Sand, it's pretty much the same length as the Wooded revisit, being about 11.5 to 12 minutes optimally, except there's no story moons that we have to get, so it's just pretty much 12 minutes of pure optimal movement, which is what I love about it, but also makes it really hard. So yeah, starting from this moon rock, there's going to be another bird cycle in Sand. This one's less lenient than the Wooded one, but also takes less time, so I shouldn't miss it, hopefully. And here again, we're going to come up to a monitor who has possessed an innocent civilian and pays you off not to tell anyone. It's pretty awesome.
And here we get to see one of the best moons in the game, the dog.
The dog. The dog goes and gets a moon for you. You have to keep the camera on him. Okay, made the bird cycle. You can see there the bird was flying in, and I got him with Cappy. This toad wants a specific song. And the fastest one to put on for him happens to be the final Bowser fight music. So, gonna be hearing that along with the moon jingles. For fun, I might try to do a moon clip on this seed moon for no reason. I'm gonna try, why not? This doesn't even save time, it's just cool. Did not get it, that's fine. I was trying to clip into the building back there, because why not? Fairly consistent at that, even though it's not useful in any category. And yeah, the dog went and got a moon for us.
Good boy.
Good boy. All right. Excuse me, I just need this. Just need your whole stock.
Just gonna be an employee for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I'm a dip now. Thanks. Here I'm going to be doing specific stuff with the camera to manip a platform that just spawned in, so that it's on a good cycle when I get there with the Goomba, hopefully. Yeah, okay. So by doing that with the camera, I just ensured that this platform is going to be here when I get here. Oh, hi. Not really much of a note going on here, just collecting a couple quick moves here.
And as you may notice, or may have noticed, we've now got enough moves to where it no longer really counts them.
Yeah, we've got a ... on our HUD, and it covers like 2/3 of the screen. That happens after you go above 150 moons. It just kind of stops caring. And I was also doing some camera stuff for that bird that you just saw coming around the Jaxi ruins there. I manipulated the camera in a specific way so that it'll be on a good cycle when I actually go and grab it. Here's our instance of calling Jaxi. First instance, sorry. Here's our instance. By the way, if you spam the capture button while next to Jaxi, you get on him for some reason. You don't have to jump. And yeah, that bird was on a pretty much perfect cycle for what I wanted there. These moons are really quick back to back. Now I go back and get the bird moon. Since I need to come back this way anyways. To go towards the cactus.
Those are always the best captures in the game as well, like the tree or the cactus, you know, just kind of...
The rock.
The rock.
We don't get to see the
meat.
rock in this run, but man, the rock is an awesome capture. Shoutouts to Dwayne. Oh. Save that with the side flip. Did not know you could do that. Cool. I'm learning new things throughout this run. Learning new backups.
And then again, we have one of the best American pastimes there is, fishing.
Time for fishing. Second of the three throughout this run. Hello.
Any game with a
First
fishing
bite.
mini
Oh
game
boy, I'm
is
getting
amazing.
good RNG. Let's go. Yeah, I agree. Fishing mini games are awesome. What?
Yeah.
Sure.
Fishing was in Hades too, so we have a fishing block.
Yo, let's go. Fishing block to end off the marathon, kind of huge. All right. Entering another cycle-based area here. I went too fast. This cycle's weird. Hopefully should still be able to make it work. There's a trick with these bullet bills that I really want to show off. Ah, that's not good enough. Yeah, okay. I'ma just play it safe. Not worth it. You can bounce off those two groups of 2 bullet bills and just get up onto this platform really quickly. Sucks that I wasn't able to pull that off, but that's okay. It's pretty much the only trick I've missed this run, so it's not a very major one at that either.
Yes.
Is there time to sneak in another donation?
Go ahead.
$10 from Levon Firestorm. Is one of the death animations Mario getting run over by a train?
I
Because-
wish.
Because if so, give me 2 tickets. Mario should get run over by a donation train. We have $400 to go to meet this incentive, if I did my math right. Actually, I think it's $450. Either way, that is not far off. I know we can do it, but you got to start getting those donations in. Come on, let's go.
Let's go! Got about an hour left in this run, so got some time to get him in. Is he on it? Oh.
Literally last pixel to grab it.
Awesome. I thought Jaxie might have been on the moon. I couldn't grab him. Would have been rather unfortunate.
Here we have a pretty interesting sub area, but
We're not
yeah.
gonna play any of it. You can kind of just go on top here. So I paid the price. Oh my god. That was extremely comedic timing. Another one of those things that never happens in real attempts. There we go.
Yeah, typically throughout this sub area, you'd basically be grabbing these bullet bills and going through the entire thing, trying not to run into things, because otherwise you'll just fall into the poison. Luckily for us, though, they just kind of left a little ledge there up top.
Yeah, and That's another thing that the devs knew you could do because there's a stack of 100 coins up there as well. That I didn't get, but you do get that in 100% because coins are important in there for buying outfits. Oh.
Here comes another sub area here. Normally for this one you would have to capture the Moyais to be able to see where all the platforms are. But if you know where they are, you just don't really need to see them.
That's true. And in the rest of the rooms, you kind of don't even touch the invisible platforms. Like here is kind of, you know, oh, cool, nice spawn. Oh my god. That platform was a little higher than I thought it was. Good to know. There we go.
Here we'll be reusing that glide-on motion controls to fly all the way to this moon over here.
Yeah, this is not the other use I was talking about. I forgot this section of the run existed. Oops. But there is another use for this at the very end of the run that saves multiple minutes, so it's pretty cool.
And yeah, invisible platforms there as well.
Yep. But we know where they are, so don't have to use the Moais.
You know, if all of our viewers donated $2, we would meet that incentive.
Wow. I died there multiple times in practice, so thankfully I didn't hear. And this isn't.
You died there.
Yeah, you died there on purpose, though. Okay, trust me, trust me. We're good. Here's another really cool looking strat if I can get it. Maybe?
Maybe.
Nice! And that's it for Sand 2. Into Metro. After Metro 2, luckily, the run chills out for a bit, but Wooded Sand Metro back-to-back is a super brutal segment, so it makes sense that I've lost quite a bit of time here. It is the hardest segment of the run. And yeah, similar to Seaside, in Metro, you just go straight to the Moon Rock immediately after getting one moon. Here's an intentional bonk to grab the moon high so I can just do a quick wall jump to get up here. Here's another dram to that pole. And another dram. Metro 2 goes by super fast. You get so many moons, and the segment's only like 8 minutes long. And Peach is off screen. Sure. I don't normally do a roll before that, so that kind of threw me off, but we're there. We got there.
A little bit of rolling for fun.
True. And 3 quick moons coming up in the sub area. Assuming that I do not suck.
$2 from Lemming Yellow. I'll read the comment here in a minute.
Go ahead.
I missed my cue. Oh. That one snuck up on me. It was really quick. You weren't lying. It was. But I can't. You got it so quickly. You're speedrunning.
Wait. Hold on.
One more.
One more. Hold on.
Clap. There we go.
Woo! Wait. Let's go! Actually, wait. I was gonna tell you to do it now, but okay.
And here we get the next little dog in the run.
Yep. That was so fun. Oh god. No, he took Cappy. Bird. Oh my god. Getting that bird without Cappy is so stupid. Okay, we're good. Oh.
We have an anonymous $5 donation with no comment. Thank you very, very much. Every dollar counts. It all helps.
Absolutely.
True.
That pole there is pretty interesting considering right when you pop out of the little wire, you can just kind of backflip, dive, backflip, dive, backflip, dive, backflip, dive, and then just go back up.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how going out of the wire perfectly sets that up. And here I'm going to be driving the scooter off the edge, dropping it off over here, and then jumping off to a completely different moon that is unrelated to the scooter.
Just gotta take out the trash, you know.
Yep, gotta stop by here, and now I'm going to drop down to the scooter, which is in a really good position next to that parking meter, actually.
Hold on.
You want it?
There we go.
Those are deceptively difficult to get into. There we go. I input some things and they just didn't happen. Which is a Mario Odyssey moment.
Sometimes with this game, when there's a bunch of things happening at once, a lot of inputs can occasionally be dropped.
Yeah. Although a lot of dropped inputs are preventable, so I don't want to fully blame the game. A lot of the time it's your fault, but sometimes you can really get screwed over by lag-induced drop inputs.
Yeah, the vast majority of them are very reactable, and you can adjust so.
Yeah. There's very rare circumstances where you're forced to lose a ton of time due to, like, laggy dropped inputs.
Is there a moment for another longer one?
Go ahead.
Cool. $10 from Sayman. Super happy to see MWSF returning to a live event. The only downside being that it has to end earlier this year. Had a blast hanging out with everyone. Best of luck as we wind down another amazing marathon. And shoutouts to White Castle.
Woo! Woo! I still haven't been to White Castle here. I should go. Gonna be coming up on my favorite capture right here, the M. And now no more M.
We just kind of leave it be after that.
Yeah, just need the M for a second. Hello? Oh. Not quite what I was trying to do there. Coming up on Scooter Clip here, where I have to turn my controller upside down to activate motion controls that the game doesn't tell you about. Hold on. There we go. I really wish I was joking about that, but the harder you tilt your controller, the harder the scooter tilts, so I have to pull like a complete 180 with my controller to make that as consistent as possible.
And with a couple good quick jumps and dives, you could just kind of skip the majority of this puzzle.
Yeah, you can skip that whole timer challenge pretty much. Get it there. Nice bonk.
And here we do a little bit more gambling.
Yeah, we do a little gambling. And that is it for Metro 2. Only 2 more kingdoms before we dump all these moons we've been collecting, so... If I did everything right, I should dump into the Odyssey with 397 moons. We're not there yet, but... And for the last time this round, we are going to be doing some fishing.
Unfortunately, it's the last time we're doing everyone's favorite activity.
Yep, here we are. And this fish is annoying. Like, you want to... Hello? Hello? Oh, he doesn't see me. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Oh. Where is he?
Okay.
Okay, wait. Hold on. You want to notice? Notice me? Wait.
Oh.
First bite, awesome.
Nice.
At least the RNG didn't get me. Woo!
Hey!
All right, now we're hitting the Lake Moon Rock, and the Lake Moon Rock doesn't. Oh, the Lake Moon Rock doesn't spawn that many moons, but it spawns enough for it to still be worth it. It specifically spawns a sub area that has 2 quick moons as well. So in addition to the normal moons, it spawns another good sub area for us. That bird is really hard, but I got it. So thumbs up.
We just gotta take these fellas over to meet their love of the life.
Yep. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
Yep. And the stack is high enough to just grab the moon on its own as well. It's pretty awesome. This sub area is terrifying, so I'm gonna focus up.
So typically you would take the frogs here, but we kind of don't do that. The purple is a 1-hit kill. You run into it, you die.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait.
What a save.
There we go. Nice. Awesome. Capturing the frog for good measure. We got there. Oh, that is the closest I've ever made that. Oh.
I think that deserves some donations. After Mario didn't die, let's make him die. Come on, let's go.
This is true. Weird angle. We're good. And hi Peach. These bonks are incredible. These are bonks that like never happen. It's pretty insane. Okay. And here we're gonna talk to this lady through the wall using a camera clip. There we go. Hey.
Some of the toughest part about this, or some of the toughest parts about this run as well, is just remembering moons. There's
yeah.
a lot of moons that are just kind of like hidden and easily you kind of have to slightly go out of your way for. But there's also some that's like super close that you could just kind of pass by and not even give it a second thought.
Yeah. Like in practice, oh wow. In practice, that one moon that I ground putted on top of a pillar, I actually forgot about, and my commentator here had to tell me. It's like, hey, you forgot that moon, and I didn't even notice until they told me. So, yeah, that's what happens when you get a little rusty. You forget some of the more easily forgettable moons. But I'm fairly confident that I am gonna have every moon I should at this. Oh,
Bonked right on.
we're good. Yeah, we're good. Both of the sub areas in Lake that you do are actually pretty difficult. This one is not easy either. But that is the end of Lake 2. We are going to be warping out and going into Luncheon 2 next. And this is the kingdom where we're going to be dumping all of our moons after we grab a couple more. So, oh my. I tried to do a spin pound long jump, and I forgot that you're supposed to only long jump there. Oops.
$30 from Wojo42. Put Mario back in the acid.
I agree. Thank you, Wojo. All right. So yeah, Luncheon 2 starts off with you getting this bunny. Can be kind of annoying. Hi. Got him. And we get our next appearance from our tourist friend.
This guy sends in $3. It's like the movie Kill Bill bit, but instead of Bill, it's Mario.
So true. Cappy. So went in the complete opposite direction of the lava bubble and I missed it? Oh no. We're fine. All right. Coming up on one of the coolest looking sub areas in the game.
It's one of the most fun to do for sure. It's
Yeah.
It's definitely up there in one of some of the best sub areas.
For sure. Motion control fest. Woo! Awesome. That's fun.
Cladicorn has donated $10. Hey Ganon, great run so far, and it's so exciting to see you running at an event like this. Here's to seeing the best category. Less than 3.
Agreed. Thank you, Platty.
If you saw that little lava bubble jump there, the way that you actually make that up there is you have to jump onto a little hill, and going up a hill as a lava bubble will make you actually jump a little bit higher to make it up places.
Also, yeah, that turnip strut that I just did is really hard. I hate that movement, so I'm glad I got that. And here's another moon that I missed in practice. Gotta talk to Peach here. I actually remembered, I was wondering what moon I missed yesterday in practice, and then I remembered this while I was using the bathroom today after I woke up. I remembered that I did not talk to Peach. Pretty awesome. Two quick ones. Alright, that movement can also be pretty finicky, so once again, just something I'm glad I got. And then come down here, talk to another hat and seek person. And now, before the last move we do before we moved up, we gotta do a little more gambling, of course. So let's head over to the slots area.
Nice.
That one's a lot harder than the other ones, so. Alright, so now I'm going to warp to the Odyssey and I'm going to deposit all of these moons. If I did everything correctly, I should have 397 total. If I didn't do everything correctly, that's fine. I'm a little rusty, and there are plenty of backup moons. But hopefully we won't have to worry about that.
Hey, can I give y'all a reason to clap? Can I give y'all a reason to clap?
Sure. Yeah. Wait.
There is $50
Yeah,
here.
let's go. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Anyways, continue.
There's $50 here from, hold on, let me get the name because it's being weird. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, no, $50 from Anonymous. $50 for ADA reference and a good cause. And that puts us over 7,500.
Woo! Let's go. I'm so happy I didn't miss any moons. That was another thing I was really worried about.
Whoa, excuse me. That's huge, actually. Can we get a clap for that, too?
Okay. I've killed many runs to this jump as well. It's like 2.5 hours into the run, and it's really difficult, so. Nice. All right, got there. That jump is super difficult because it's super easy to overshoot and undershoot the danger sign. It's such a thin line that you're trying to land on that it's really easy to go over, like forward, too far forward, and too far back.
Oh.
Oh! Nice.
And here we'll be scaring this little guy away from the moon.
Yep. Please jump. The
Interesting
fog.
fog there.
Yeah, the fog. I cannot see. There we go.
And I'm sure some of you guys may be wondering as well, why don't you just buy a lot of the moons? There's actually like a separate category for that, for duplicate buying moons. For this category specifically, you're only allowed to buy 1 moon per kingdom.
Yep. The separate category is a category extension because I find it a little less interesting, but at the same time, the record for that category has gone under 3 hours, whereas the current Darker Side record without buying duplicate moons, just the main Darker Side category record, is at 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 43 seconds. So we're getting there, but it's going to take a big push to fully go under 3 hours. Just the fact that it's possible to beat Darker Side in under 3 hours with duplicate moons is in and of itself impressive, so the fact that we're getting close with the main category is even cooler.
We get to talk to our little friend here, Captain Toad again.
Yep. And then we're gonna kill Mario.
This is the preview for later.
Yeah. There's a moon over here. Then we just kind of die. You're supposed to get that with the Paragoomba so you can fly back, but that's slow, so. Sure.
May I read another long-ish one?
Go ahead.
$125
Whoa.
from Levon Firestorm. Hey, Midwest Speedfest staff here. This is adding all of the Twitch revenue onto the tracker. Thank you so much for all of the subs and bits. Speedfest hype!
Hype!
Hey.
That's awesome.
There's also $15 from Musical Daredevil. Mix 2 cloves garlic, 2 tablespoons pine nuts, 1 1/2 ounces Parmigiano cheese, I hope I got that right, and 3 ounces basil leaves in a food processor. Drizzle in 3/4 cup olive oil, serve with pasta, hashtag pesto is the besto.
Woo! Pesto hype.
Vouch.
It's a little different for the mushroom mints.
You may have noticed it's much more of the SM64 theme than anything else.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the easier bird cycle here because I messed up some movements. So I'm gonna just catch him right here instead of getting him later. Hi.
Hi. He's running away.
Hello? Hello? What?
I was getting juked for a second.
I was getting, my ankles are gone. That was crazy. Got absolutely juked.
There's also $5 here from Brock. I love Midwest Beatfest and I love Mario. Superb finale in a great series I grew up playing with my friend Sue. Can't play Odyssey with her though because she moved away and Sue gone. Sad face. To bring things back to a happy note, I believe we are only $205 away from meeting this incentive. We're so close.
We're getting there. Woo! One more moon in cap 2, and then we're out of here. And it's this bunny right next to the Odyssey. If I cannot suck. Hello? Thank you.
There we go.
We're good. All right.
Those bunnies in speedruns always seem to crack me up because they're supposed to be like this really hard challenge to try and grab them and such, and then like half the time you just kind of fall on top of them.
Yeah. You just kind of get him within a second. Yeah. Just trying to remember what Lost Kingdom was in Chinese. Took me a second. Alright, so coming into Lost Kingdom here, and unlike Cap, there's pretty much no movement to do at the beginning here. We're just going to warp away right after these cutscenes. Not much to do in this starting area. Just going to warp straight up to the top. Gonna get shopping, gonna get Peach, and then we're heading straight over to the Moon Rock to unlock a ton of moons. Lost 2 is another one of the hardest splits in the run. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong, considering that it's a lot of hard movement over a ton of one-hit poison. So, one-hit kill poison, I should say. So yeah, basically you mess up, you die. And dying is not good in this run. Demonstration. Don't worry, just showing you what the poison is like. There you go.
Yeah, just making sure you guys know what we're avoiding.
Yeah, that's the poison we're avoiding down there, just so you know. And I will not die in it for the rest of this kingdom, since I've demonstrated. Nice. Going down to our our good friend Captain Toad.
He's been so friendly to us throughout this entire run.
This is true. Really would not. This run really would not have been possible without Captain Toad. I don't have enough coins actually. This is the first time. That's the first time in a long time I've had to grab those coins. To have enough coins.
Typically during this, you're supposed to grab one of those long stretchy boys, but you could just kind of throw your cap and grab the shards.
Yep. I'm getting really nervous from all of these weird movement errors that I'm making that aren't killing me somehow. Making very slight errors that scare the crap out of me but don't kill me.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Is this true? That killed me. Not sure if that one makes me stronger. I gotta remember to not dive an additional time there. I did that in practice too. Just got too high up and bonked.
Luckily, despite being across the map, it just kind of isn't that far.
Lost is a super compact kingdom, so you can kind of just climb straight back up here.
You also might have seen that Ganon actually brought up the map when they were just about to hit the poison. If you hit the map right before you're about to hit lava or poison, you can actually warp, like if you hit it right at the right time.
I'm wall sliding.
Okay.
That was the weirdest animation I've seen Mario do in a good while. I missed the ground pound input there to lower down this platform. There we go. Oh, he went around? Never mind. Oh, wow. Like I said, Lost 2 is one of the hardest splits. There's a lot that can go wrong. It's okay to bleed a little here. I was on pace for pretty far under estimate anyways, so this is not really a worry. It's alright. Let me just get this down here while I'm over here. Get the bunny. There we go. That was really funny when he went around to the right. I have never done that before in a run. Once again.
That's always a great thing about marathons as well, is that there's so many mistakes or like things that happen that you probably never otherwise would see in a run.
Yeah, and a lot of them are pretty funny. I can't lie. Been having an absolute blast with these mistakes. A lot of them have made me laugh. What? What? Speaking of,
Just right under twice.
I went under it. That's insane. This is crazy. What? Okay, let's try that one again. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. And now we're done with Lost. Okay. Cool. First try. Okay. So yeah, going into Moon 2, and this is a pretty interesting revisit because it's actually the shortest split in the run, but we choose to go here because the moons that we get are so stupidly fast. Like, you only get 5 moons in this split, but the moons that you get are so fast that it's worth it to get them. And also, the tourist comes here next, and by getting the tourist moon here, we unlock one in Mushroom as well. So it unlocks like another moon as well by going here.
As you're heading over, we have a $20 anonymous donation with no comment. Again, thank you very, very much. And we have a $2 donation from Helix. Gee, I wonder who that is.
Yeah, who's
and
that?
the comment says, speedrun Twitter right now.
Speedrun Twitter right now. Oh, man. Hi, Captain Toad.
Sometimes I wonder how these guys can just kind of breathe in space.
Don't worry about it.
Just all of them.
Oh, barely got that. And this is going to be the last time I'm moon dumping before the big 500, so I'm going to have 437 here. We are going to get the rest, the last 63, without moon dumping until the very end of them, so. Heading back to Luncheon for our third and final visit, and then we're going to use a painting in Luncheon to go to Mushroom Kingdom.
Starting off right out with Luncheon is this pretty hard triple jump.
Salt.
Right off the salt pile.
Yup. There we go. Second try. Not bad.
Requires a lot of good timing with cap dives and such to be able to make it up there after the triple jump.
Yeah, and getting the triple jump in the right spot is also important. You have to jump off like pretty much the very top of the salt. Nice. Okay. And what I did there as well was keep this lava bubble alive up here so I can just recapture and jump straight in the cannon. Well, straight in is not necessarily true in this case, however. This is fine. I did not think I was grabbing that. That's awesome.
Luckily, the moon hitbox is very generous. Also, again, you saw an example of the rolls picking up just a little bit of height to be able to get past those little gaps in the bridge.
Yeah. All right. Nice bonk. Intended.
Tactical.
Very tactical bonk. And now I'm high enough to get up here. Actually, maybe tactical. I might start doing that. I didn't even think about how that would give you enough height to get up there. That's actually crazy. New strat discovered. Live. Forgot to actually turn on the music. My bad. Hold on. I was just kind of mashing text mindlessly. There we go. Oops. Nice ledge grab. Oh, okay.
I do find Toad's musical interest to be interesting. An interesting mix of different songs.
Yeah. Okay.
First we had like the final Bowser fight, then we got this one.
Yeah, this is the Dino music.
A bit later we have like an 8-bit jam. It's a very interesting mix.
Yeah. Got a bit of everything in there.
I have a really fun donation here if there's time.
Go ahead.
It's a $5 anonymous donation, and it is a link to a tweet. And the tweet says, "Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food? About how to eat the food."
Well, do we have an answer? Someone answered this question. For
Top
me,
10
please.
questions scientists still can't answer.
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food? About how to eat the food, you know?
Yeah.
It is the original tweet, by the way, not the Garfield version.
Oh wait, it's the original tweet.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's beautiful. I took. Oh wait, I am supposed to warp you. Once again, slight minor route forget there. I forgot. I was like, wait, why have I never worried about this cycle before? And I remembered, I'm not supposed to worry about this cycle. So that makes quite a lot of sense.
Mario's eyes just peeking up out of the screen there for a second.
Yep. Nice. Okay. And coming up after this moon is another really hard jump in 2D that can be pretty scary, especially on low health. But I am at 3 health right now, so I should be good. These hammer bros will most likely take a hit off me. Oh. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Nice. That trick is a lot harder than it looks. And almost damageless. And we are now going into the second to last kingdom in this run. Going into Mushroom Revisit, and then Darker Side after that, so coming up on the end.
Unfortunately, this kingdom will make it a little bit harder to time those caps, or those claps.
Yep.
We'll find one. We'll
Yeah,
find
we'll
a time.
get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Don't worry. Got a couple, especially when I get up to Toadette, where I'm just kind of collecting a ton of achievement moons. You'll have a lot of time to figure it out. There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. Woo!
There's $23.88 here from Lunar Chimera. One more donation, because who doesn't want to watch Mario die?
True.
Once again, a great marathon for a great cause. Thanks to everyone involved for putting on a great event. Heart. And yes, pausing for the clap was necessary.
Gotta make sure you get there. All right. Gonna be getting one last rabbit, collecting our last 2 seed moons over here as well. Opening one of them while that moon is spawning. Did not quite grab the moon optimally, but that is okay. So many. Alright. I'm gonna use this Goomba to scare off another NPC guarding a moon. Then I'm gonna hopefully nail another pretty difficult jump after that. Using the Goomba to skip across the moat of the castle to get to Goombets. There we go, using the slope.
With Goombas in particular, if you jump right off of a slope, it can actually gain quite a bit of speed.
Yep,
And that's how Ganon can make it across that gap there.
this is true. It's another one of the moons you can turn the camera during. And with this, we are coming up on Toadette, and I am going to be getting 31 moons by talking to her over and over. Hello. And another thing I like to do here is play rock, paper, scissors with Mario because he throws up a hand sign when he grabs the moon. Which is either rock, paper, or scissors, so you can play rock, paper, scissors with him if you want. I'm gonna go scissors here, see where he goes. Nice. Nice! Rock.
Bro.
I'm going rock again. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, okay, but you didn't lose either.
I didn't lose, I didn't lose. I'm gonna go rock again. Hold on, you'll never expect it. Yeah, baby!
Yeah, let's go!
Scissors. Oh! Paper. Ah, lost one. It's fine. I'll go paper again.
All right, you're 4-1-1 so far.
Okay.
Okay.
4, 1, and 2.
4-1 and 2.
Okay.
Hey, you're doing well. You're doing well.
Doing paper again. Let's go. I'm gonna go rock. Okay, it's okay. Rock again. Nice.
Hey! Getting the download on him.
6-1 and 3.
Rock again. Okay.
6-1 and 4. Still good.
Yep. I'm going rock again. Let's hit it. Oh my. It's a standoff.
Who breaks
I'm
first?
going rock again. Oh. It wasn't worth it in the end. I'm gonna go rock again. There we go. Let's go. Scissors. Nice.
Nice.
All right. Paper. Ah, damn. It's fine. Paper. Yeah, baby.
Read like a book, just opening it up.
All right, I'm going to interrupt you real quick
Go
to
ahead.
plug the Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament at 2DCon every year.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's
yes,
real?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to continue to interrupt you to read off a $150 donation from Bahamut X.
Woo! Let's go.
As I'm driving home, don't worry, I stopped first. I had to help toward the cause to make Mario die. GG's to everyone for a great marathon. We are $9.12 away
Oh, baby.
from meeting this incentive.
Oh, baby.
Come
Let's
on.
go.
$9.12.
Okay, rock. Ah, it's fine. There's only a couple left. There's like 6 left. Hold on. I'm going rock again. Oh, yeah,
Hey.
baby. Okay. I'm gonna go scissors.
All right, this is the final 5.
Yeah, I'm calling scissors. I'm calling scissors. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna go rock. It's fine. 3 more. I'm gonna go rock again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go rock again.
Oh.
It's
What?
the last one. I'm gonna go rock again. Please. Let's go! Perfect!
Let's go!
Let's go! And with that, we have 500 moons, and we can go to the darker side and finish this run up. Only about 5 minutes left. All right. There it is. All right. Okay, so darker side is your typical, you know, end of the 3D Mario game gauntlet type level, but there are a lot of pretty cool skips and tricks in it as well, so should be pretty fun.
Can I make one quick announcement?
Go ahead.
$20 from 4Forte with a smiley face comment has met the goal.
Let's
We're
go!
gonna kill Mario!
Yeah, baby! Let's go!
Y'all might notice that we're also really close to $8,000 raised for the OI Foundation. Let's get there.
What's the total at right now? I can't see it.
7,896.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay.
It's time to raise our sails. Freedom like you never knew.
Okay, here we go.
So this gauntlet starts out with that little boss fight there that would give you like 6 lives. But we
Yep.
don't exactly need them, so we'll just skip over it.
Yeah, if you do that boss fight, you get a life up heart, which gives you 6 health instead of 3. But, I mean, it is not necessary, so we're chilling.
And plus, along the way, there's plenty of life up hearts to collect along the way. The biggest thing with this is that there's no checkpoints, so if you die, you start from the beginning.
That's the big gimmick of Darker Set yet. If I mess up badly and die once, I have to do this whole gauntlet again, so we're hoping for Deathless, because that would be really awesome. Here I'm going to be trying to skip over this entire section by getting on top of a block with a heart in it. So I'm going to get the heart for safety, and then I'm going to get up here, use that to climb the entire wall to skip over this section. And then coming up is the biggest trick in this, or at least the hardest trick in Darker Side. Saves 10 seconds. It's called Darker Flower Road Skip. I cannot guarantee that I'm going to hit it, but I'm going to try my best. So let's see how this goes. Hold on. Even with the Flower Road there, I'm gonna still go for the movement. Just cause the movement's cool. So right, so pretend I got there without the Flower Road already there, and that I would be ahead of it right now.
Sorry, Yoshi.
Yeah, killed Yoshi there as well. I'm just doing this as a demonstration at this point. It's not even really saving time, but this is what it would look like. And I can actually just go up through the Flower Road now, so that's cool. But yeah, that's what that trick would have looked like. It's pretty cool stuff. Hold on. I am at 1 health, and that is scaring me. You wanna... There we go. Cappy was not really working with me there. I am gonna be trying this with 1 health. Just gotta make sure I don't get hit.
And this is the big trick that we were talking about earlier with Ganon.
Yeah, by doing a shake right there in the whirlwind, I get sent way higher than I'm supposed to, and I can glide over the entire rest of the gauntlet, assuming that I can get far enough out so that it doesn't auto-uncapture me. Because if you get too close to that island over there with the Bowser painting, it automatically uncaptures you from Glidon. So I have to stay all the way over here until the background turns yellow. Right here, and now I can start coming back towards the ending area. All right.
And we have this nice little thank you note written
Yep.
by the devs.
Pretty awesome.
Just a quick little skip, save a second or two.
Less than a second. About like 0.3. It's not even worth it, but it's fine. Okay.
That's a thank you for donating, everyone. Seriously, we appreciate it. The OI Foundation appreciates it. Thank you.
Shoutouts. And we're coming up on the end here. Time is going to be when I grab the multi-moon at the top of this tower here. It's a bit of a climb up. It's fine. 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 We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. That was awesome. Okay. Okay. There we go.
Time.
All right.
GG.
What was the final time?
3:16:08 is the final time.
Wow. Okay. Not bad. I'll take that.
And all of you watching at home, all of you in the audience, don't go anywhere. We have the All Death Animations run coming up, and then the post-marathon celebration.
Yep. Woo.
Here we go. You know it's time to raise our cities. It's freedom like you never knew.
As you're setting up for ADA, I have quite a few
yeah.
donations
Hold
to
on.
read, actually.
I forgot to set up for that. Hold on.
Well, consider this your reminder.
Just messing around in darker side there.
Yeah, just chilling.
I mean, that was neat. So.
Oh, the smiles in Russian. Interesting. Okay. Well, there you
Yeah, 4 quick donations. $5 from Anonymous that says Bieber Wave. $10 from Platicorn for the final push and for a great cause. $10 from Two Worlds. The real death of Mario was the friends we made along the way. Also, Kill Mario streamer, thanks Illy.
I
And
got you.
$10 from Gooby. This is the $10 for every 10 calories I burned during Ring Fit.
All right. So yeah, this category starts in Metro, but you don't really die until sand. It's just that timing starts when you go through a painting. And here's a bonus death to get rid of my coins, actually, as well. So not having coins when doing this run, it does make it faster because otherwise you would have that animation of losing coins every time. So yeah, I'm gonna go through this painting and get things started. I'll tell you. I'll give you a countdown. Okay. Well, it's on black fade out after this is when it starts. So here we go.
And start.
And start. Okay. First death animation is in the poison, so he's gonna get on Jaxie and die. Second one is when you get from dying to an enemy. So fastest way to do that is to first take damage to a cactus, then take damage to another cactus, and then get into this moon pipe because it has enemies that you can die to. So just gonna die right here. And then you can also die again in this sub area because you can die to the freezing water. So now I just kind of sit here and wait for Mario to die. Death 3. All right, now before I warp again, I am indeed gonna take more damage to these Gushins. And now I'm gonna warp up here, and this is gonna be the burning death. I'm gonna go inside the inverted pyramid from the top, and there's a torch up there that I can die on. Right here. There we go. Right, and we're gonna warp again after taking damage to that cactus. Just gonna die in the quicksand really quick.
I feel like one of the best things about category extensions is that, especially with Super Mario Odyssey, a lot of these are super, super optimized.
Oh, they're so fun to play. You don't even know. It's so fun. Okay, so yeah, let me just, Oh yeah, by the way, there was a 5-way tie for this record, and then someone beat it by 1 second, so now there's a 2-way tie for, or a 4-way tie for second. So, yeah. Then after getting those two, I am gonna go down here into the quicksand hole. And we're gonna get 2 more here. One of them being Squish. Right here. Then immediately after, I'm gonna roll off this edge and die to void out. And now here, if I had a good file setup, I would warp and go through a painting, but since I don't have the correct file and I wasn't able to repair it in time, I'm just gonna go in the Odyssey to go to Lake Kingdom. So yeah, that was 8 death animations out of the 10 total, so there's 2 more that we gotta get here. So yeah, first of all, I'm gonna take damage to these Goombas. Gonna take damage to this fish. Grab this checkpoint. I forgot that it refills your health. Wait, I'm supposed to be drowning. Never mind. We're fine. I thought I was doing underwater enemy first for some reason. But yeah, you get a different animation to dying to an underwater enemy than you do from dying to one above water. So for now, we just wait and let Mario drown.
The big grin really adds a lot to it.
Yep, we're just... Just gonna let him drown. It's fine. We're good.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh?
There we go.
Hey.
All right. And now one final one for the fans. Just going to be dying really quick to this fish. And time is right when he dies on this last animation. So it's coming up really quick. Now. There we go. Cool. Man. Glad I got to tack that on. This category is awesome. Shout out still on Death Animations runners. Woo.
And thank you guys so much for being for this run, or being here for this run.
For real. Thank you guys for having me. It's been awesome. Woo.
All right, we're going to take things over to a quick post-marathon scene and say some final words. Feel free to stick around, everyone. We will also, for those of you watching at home, we will be rating somebody right after this.